How's everyone doing today?
Yes, welcome to the Blind Wave Podcast. It is Thursday.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
It's true.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what happens. It's live.
Every podcast.
3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you're watching it or listening to it elsewhere.
Oh, fuck. I need fuck.
Can we get it for you?
Yeah. No, it's my dick. No!
Oh, wait. How do you reach there? So how's everyone doing today? Everyone good?
Yeah.
You talking to me?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we've been
okay.
together for hours.
I know, but how are you doing?
Yeah,
It's
like,
been.
I already said
Well,
I
I have this coworker that pays attention. He's always asking me how I'm doing. No, I'm great. Having a great time today.
A little
Feel
tired.
good.
I'm a little tired too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys getting
Which
good
isn't good
8
for-
hours of sleep?
Huh?
You guys getting good 8 hours of sleep?
Not last night.
No, I never.
No.
Last
I
night.
got 8 hours of sleep, but that wasn't enough to catch up for this weekend.
No, last night I was watching Haunting with Melanie and stuff, so I didn't get back home until like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Oof.
But I slept in by accident, and I came to with no noise in the house, and I'm like, oh shit, because I always wake up to like the kids being like running around, grabbing stuff, getting ready for school, Melanie yelling, get your backpack, whatever it is, and
Yeah.
there was nothing. It was just quiet. I'm like, oh no. I looked at my phone.
Is this a joke?
It was like 9:20 or something. I'm like, no, I gotta hurry.
Frank? Buzz? Is this a joke?
Home Alone?
Yes.
No, good.
Probably Toy Soldiers.
The Price is Right.
So, but no. So that was
Tommy
good
Lee
yesterday.
Jones.
Yeah, with Tommy Lee Jones. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we do kind of sound muffled.
A little muffled.
Muffled.
Bo!
Bow.
Is this better?
Bow.
Hello.
I feel muffled.
Hello.
Muffy, muffled.
Muffled. Muffled.
Aaron, do you feel muffled?
No, I didn't notice any difference.
What about
yet.
me? Do I
How
sound,
about
do I sound
now?
muffled at all?
I can't trust myself when
I think
listening.
Aaron's muffled.
I don't. Now it's just me. I think I sound a little muffled.
Oh, what?
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Aaron,
Do I
you talk.
still?
Hello.
Hello.
Aaron doesn't sound
Actually,
muffled.
that
I don't
sounds.
know.
No, it's
That-
just me and you.
I don't know. That feels
Yeah, you
better.
crazy asshole.
Oh.
Honestly, I didn't.
Deaf
notice any
guy and
difference.
the loud guy.
Okay.
Alright,
Do I
for
still sound muffled? I think I sound
How
better.
about me?
For those of you playing Blind Wave Bingo, technical troubles, click.
Yep.
Why is that on their list?
Because it happens every stream.
Does it?
Yeah.
Polka, polka,
Wanna try that?
polka. You know,
Well,
polka.
I would actually like to try this. Yes.
I'll try it after.
What were you reaching for? You already got Shane's knee. You don't need mine.
Let me try.
Ooh. How's that? It's good.
Hello. Hello.
I think it's okay.
I think it sounds good.
A little bit better.
I don't know.
It is
I-
better.
I didn't notice what the problem
This
was.
is
before,
great.
It feels
so I don't
less closer on my ears, so
Green apple, man.
it's probably less muffled. Yeah.
This is Ultra Paradise.
Oh, okay.
Oh, ultra pear.
Ultra!
It's like pears.
So the green apple is just a coincidence.
No, that was on purpose.
Okay.
It was
that's the
designed in a lab,
paradise
Shane.
Anyway, so how's everybody's week been? You guys have a good week? Calvin, I
Not
know
especially.
you had some... You introduced your girlfriend to the MOV.
Yeah, the
Mid-Ohio
Mid-Ohio Valley crud. Yeah, she was in the hospital over the weekend with an infection, and she wasn't feeling good. She had recently been on a 10-day antibiotic term cycle thing, whatever you call it.
Okay.
And those did nothing.
Nothing.
And then she had to go to the emergency room. I took her Saturday night. We spent all Sunday there. And then they were saying, oh, well, these antibiotics seem to be working, so we're going to keep you for another few days. So we were there till Tuesday in the hospital, making sure she had fluids, and she was puking up a storm. It was terrible.
Were you
But
just
she's
beside
better
her,
now.
Eating and shit beside her.
No. The hospital food they bring you is
right.
terrible. No, but
Bob Barker, he's a.
we did watch PD Live PD, whatever you call it, for
Like
like
police?
8
Cops?
hours straight.
Cops?
No, it's Live PD
No,
now.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think I've seen a couple clips of it on
Like
YouTube.
Petey Bear?
No.
What are you talking
But
about?
they were filming in Tallahassee, Florida, which is where she's from.
Oh,
So
nice.
that was
Did she get homesick?
That's a capital.
no.
Did you see yourself?
She was
in
just
her?
sick in
It's
general.
like, damn it, they're airing this one.
She was Ohio sick.
No, but yeah, she's better now, and we returned home to still no internet.
Oh my god!
I said
say
last
that.
week. I said last week that I was getting internet is because
Hey, you told
someone
me-
was
you told me
supposed to be
during-
showing up.
You said during podcast they fixed it.
They said
told me
they fixed it. They told me they
Let me
fixed
see if I
it.
can find the text.
So, yeah. So everything that happened before my story last week, I'll add on that I have called into their call center an additional 3 times.
Okay.
And been put on hold for about an hour and a half to 2 hours per call.
Didn't use my
And
tricks.
then I did.
You did. Did it work?
And they sent someone.
Yeah.
And he basically said there was nothing he could do and left.
Nothing you could do. What do you mean? What,
Yeah.
Do you live in some kind of eye of the storm? It's impossible to get internet.
I don't
but
know.
All your neighbors have it.
I was telling Carmen that, like, normally when things go bad, it's a perfect storm.
Yeah.
With Suddenlink, it's a perfect storm when things go good.
Okay.
Can't find it.
So the guy showed up and he said, "Oh yeah, everything's working fine. All I have to do is just get this modem, this MAC number on your account. So then our servers will start communicating with it, and you'll have service and everything."
Sounds like something he knows what he's doing because he does it every day.
And he said that he can't do it anymore. He has to send
He can't
it.
or he won't.
I can't do this anymore.
He cannot
Quit.
because there was a bunch of people abusing the system and just giving themselves like 1 gigabyte internet at home, like gigabit internet at home
You
for
can do
free.
that?
Well, the techs could back when they used to do it
Oh.
constantly and to their friends and everything like that.
Remember
So
when you used to get the steel cable? If you knew a friend, they just turned it on. You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what they were doing for
then the
them
Time Warner people
and
showed up.
all of their friends.
fucking bastards.
So then
Yeah.
they took all the control away from the techs.
Okay.
So now they have to send a request to have the modems and the MAC addresses put into the accounts
yeah,
via Texas.
Texas.
Then the Texans approve the ticket
Yeah.
and then send it back up here for another tech to actually do the work.
Gotcha.
Fucking Texas.
And due to the Ohio-Texas war,
Yes.
then
None
the
of that is
embargo
getting
was
done.
Put upon.
Yeah, they
okay.
said they had some kind of glitch
Yeah.
in their system
Mm.
to where they cannot add new modems.
You know what that sounds like?
accounts.
That sounds like some bullshit where the guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's just his first day, and he's like, yeah, there's some kind of glitch.
Well,
Texans are doing
I've
something.
worked in tech support,
I-
can't confirm.
Yeah.
They
I-
poisoned your girlfriend to take her to the
Yeah.
hospital so that
You better figure that out while we figure out this internet
to
thing.
distract
Well, the
you.
thing is, like, this must be either like a corporate story that they're all being fed, because I called the call center. They said
Yeah.
the same thing. I went into their office 3 times this week, and they said the same thing.
Yeah,
They all said that they couldn't do anything. They'll put an email to this center somewhere
sure.
in Texas. Somewhere.
So like,
And it may get done. They'll
Texas
call
is
me back.
huge.
It's
I've been
terrible.
promised I'd get called back no less than 7 times. No callbacks.
it's ridiculous. So like, when you're at home and you can see into like your neighbor's houses from your window, and you're like
Yeah.
sitting there doing nothing, and they're all like around the couch playing on the internet, like,
Yeah, they're like
feel
the
like-
mom has a laptop, the dad is watching television
Yeah.
on their Roku or whatever.
The kids
and
are playing
the
on
kids
the
are
Switch.
playing on Switches and downloading games like crazy.
just screaming.
Then there's that teenager jacking off to porn.
Yeah,
You're
just
just like,
upstairs. The whole house is shaking.
Calvin's like, that could be me.
I could be jacking off right now. No, but yeah, still no internet. I don't know how they can sustain themselves. They've gone from like a 3.6
Yeah.
out of 5 stars to a 2.1 in the span of 2 weeks.
Because
terrible.
there are no other options.
Well,
That's how they can sustain
So
themselves.
there is
true.
Cast Cable now, but they have a data cap.
So
Which
there's
I hate
Like I
it.
said, there's no other options.
Pretty
so there's
much,
a
yeah.
product. There's a product that you want that you should be able to get, but something has gotten in your way and you can't get it.
Yep. And no amount of me going to try to buy that product will
Yeah.
allow me to get it.
Well, I can relate to a little bit because I got my story for this week as well.
Go
I-
ahead.
Is it a
You know-
skunk? Come on.
I
Nope.
hate.
Damn it.
I hate data caps.
Yeah, me too.
They're
I
the
mean-
stupidest thing.
It's because
Could-
we
could
lived.
you imagine
we
if,
lived
like,
through a
you're-
period where we didn't have any.
Could you? Well, no, it's not that. But I'm just like, could you imagine if your electric company said, "All right, here you go. Here's the deal. You're gonna get this much electricity."
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean this much? Like, you get 1,000 kilowatts. It's like,
Yeah.
what happens when I go over? Like, well, we turn it off. It's like, what?
No, we charge you $10 per kilowatt after that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
It's just I don't
something
know.
like that.
Like, you usually pay per, either pay per or you pay for the access to. Is usually the 2 ways you do it.
Yeah.
This is like they want both. They want
Yeah.
me paid for access and paid for
How
once
much
you
you
get here,
use.
You keep paying more as you go,
Yeah.
and it costs them no more.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's the only thing that it quantifies to is California has drought laws where you can't use a certain amount of water, otherwise you'll be heavily fined. But
Yeah, but
that's
that's
when
'cause
there's a scarcity.
That's because they're running out of water.
Yeah,
You're not running.
you're not running out of internet. You're not running out of connectivity. It's bandwidth that you're selling. You get that bandwidth, and you get everything that flows through it.
Yeah, it's like having the highway, and it's like, well, you get access to the highway, and you can go 70 miles an hour, but you can only go 70 miles.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
after that, you got to pay us more to go. And now they have toll roads blocking
Well,
the road.
that's toll roads and shit.
Yeah, now they're blocking those. I hate toll roads too.
I hate toll roads
Because usually
too.
they're not even taken care of.
No, they're the worst roads
Yeah,
in the state.
The toll bridge over in Belpre, worst bridge out of all the bridges to get to West Virginia. It's the worst one, and you got to pay to cross it, and it's falling to pieces as you go as you drive across.
And it costs more now than it did 5 years ago.
They keep upping the prices, nothing changes.
God damn.
They're trying to get what left they can
Pavement
before.
doesn't cost that much more to buy.
Yeah, they're
put
trying
down.
They're trying to get what left they can before it falls into the water.
And they're like, well, you got to pay us to dig it back out of the water.
No, I'm not doing that. I take the other one.
Yeah.
You know what my mom's secret for that was?
What?
So she used to clean up shop at the country store at the Lower Salem school when they'd have their fair, right?
Yeah.
The country store is like this thing you could like, you put like a number in. It's like a auction thing. Anyway, she would like almost every year, like miraculously, win this like gift bag, and in the gift bag there was vouchers for that bridge, like little stickers that you would, instead of giving 50 cents, you'd give one of these
yeah.
stickers. We never paid to go over that bridge. She like won every year, had enough every time we'd use that bridge. It was like highway robbery.
We
Sounds
always
like a
got to go to the
conspiracy,
movie
Eric.
theaters for free too because of her.
Yeah,
When we were junior high and high school, we never had to pay to go to the movies because your mom always had
like the bucks or whatever they're
the
called.
free movie passes.
Yeah, the
dude.
movie passes. Yep.
That's cool.
Those are good times, man. Dude, when I was going through Pittsburgh, fucking, I was behind this semi for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
All right, and I was on the turnpike, and I
Sure.
got in the wrong fucking lane to get to pay for the shit. And I was like, oh shit, I don't know what to do. So I just drove. You know what I mean? I was like the whole way. I was like, oh shit, this is not good. I didn't know who I had to call. I just got the fucking ticket the other day.
Yeah,
It
they'll
was like,
send you a
It was
ticket.
like fucking double. I was like, damn it,
Yeah.
If you don't pay there, they charge
those
you
cocksuckers.
through
Well,
your
yeah,
license and stuff.
on the way
It's a
from
scam,
Florida,
man.
from Florida up to Ohio, the first time that Carmen drove, like it's $4 per booth for a regular car, and then there's 3 booths, so it's $12, right?
Yeah.
She got a ticket to pay those tolls in the mail, and it was like $97
Jesus.
for not paying there, and for the $10 like per day late fee that it took them to mail the ticket to her.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Well, for me, I saw like the cash
She didn't
only,
pay all of it.
like right when I had the chance to turn.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, this is cash only. This is something else. I don't know what it is. I don't got any cash. What do? I just kept driving. So, you know,
It was like the Easy Pass thing.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
like an easy
you have to have
pass.
like a transponder in your car, and it reads it and like charges your account.
Those
the money.
God damn, that pissed me off.
I
man.
hate those things.
I
Like
gotta-
it was like it like in my letter said it was like fucking $10 or something. Like that's so much money. Or like $8 or something. Like it's so much fucking money. And my ticket was like fucking 30 or 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was I got a ticket when I lived on Phillip Street, which I got a ticket for parking the wrong way on that street,
Who called you in? Was it the one-armed bandit?
which I thought was ridiculous because it's a 2-way street. It's not a 1-way street, but there's only
one side of parking.
like there's only one side you can park on, but like people drive both ways right next to it.
Yeah.
You know, so I just parked, and they gave me a ticket saying I parked facing the wrong direction or something, and I was like, that's stupid. I'm not paying that. It's around Christmas time, I think. I ignored it, and then
you got arrested.
my
like Eric.
my mom called me because the truck was in my dad's and my name, and he was getting a ticket, and if it didn't get paid, he was gonna be subpoenaed or something like that,
Oh.
and requested to come to court. And
Yeah,
different things like
summoned.
that.
9 a.m.
And yeah, so I was like, all right, I go pay it. So I went and paid
You
this
tried
stupid
to
thing.
stick it to the man, and
I
turns
like
out
it,
they
man.
were sticking it to the old man.
You know what you can do? You go to Washington State and you can stick it to them. Those fuckers don't do anything.
It's true.
Oh, the security guards.
You know
Hell
who-
yeah, hell
You
yeah.
know who didn't
The
do
parking
anything? The
officers.
parking lot across from us
Yeah.
does nothing.
Man.
I hate that.
They'll take your money, though.
So I stopped paying.
Oh yeah, they'll take
Dude,
their money. They'll
I-
take your money, but
I just remember parking in like right when you pull into Washington State Community College and there's like the guests.
That little roundabout thing, or
No, you keep going through to where all the faculty park.
okay, yeah.
So like it's like in between the A&S building and
Sure.
the regular building.
Yeah,
There's like
the
guest
diesel
passing.
shop.
I parked there all the fucking time.
yeah,
I started getting tickets and then paid them. Nothing ever happened.
yeah,
Yeah, I just remember a security guard someone was talking to him one time. It was this really fun, short gentleman, right, with this mustache.
I remember
Nice
him.
guy.
Yeah.
And I remember him like someone was talking to him about how you've never had a complaint ever against you. It was one of the guys who worked there. He's like, yeah, that's because I try to be as professional as I can and dignified. And he was going on and on about his attributes. And then his ringer goes off, and it's loud in the middle of the fucking. And he's like, I like big butts, I can't out loud. And he's trying to turn it off. He's like, oh shit! It was like a movie, man. It was so
That's
funny.
hilarious.
Yeah, dude.
Well, Eric, your story for the week.
Yeah. Speaking of tolls taken upon us
Yes.
on the road. So
Toll house.
last Friday when we were done, I left here, and I was like, I'm gonna get myself some dinner. You know what I wanted?
What?
I wanted a
Star of India.
quesadilla burger from Applebee's.
Ooh.
Oh.
I ordered it car side to go. All right.
Yeah.
I love that thing, and I don't need your opinion, Aaron.
Mm-mm.
All right.
No, the car
Love
side to
it.
go is
All you
great.
need to know
No,
for
that's
this story.
great. The quesadilla burger? Yeah,
No,
I've had it.
You don't like
That's your
everything I
opinion.
love, so it's okay.
That's fine.
It's
I like
okay.
good stuff.
Sure. Yes. We'll just roll with
Glaze
that.
over
ahead.
that.
So you got
So-
some good, you were getting some good food from Applebee's.
Yeah, so I ordered it as I was going out of this parking lot. I know how long it takes. I know when I get there, it's gonna be ready, fresh. We take it home and eat it. It's gonna be fantastic. Okay. Driving along, I noticed that there's a lot of traffic on Green Street. So I'm like, well, fuck this. I'm a cultured, educated man. I'm gonna go around on Ohio Street, right?
Yeah.
Go around on Ohio Street. That's pretty close to getting around there past
Mm-hmm.
to go to Applebee's.
Absolutely.
And suddenly I see in the distance this guy just walks out into the street. And I'm just driving towards him and he just does this. So I slow down and I stop. I look around the corner and coming down 4th Street, it's a goddamn parade.
What?
A goddamn parade just showed up out of nowhere. Literally, this guy came out and stopped me. I stop. I'm the only car there, and then all these other cars stop behind me. And then a marching band just starts going by me.
Fucking Aaron.
And I'm like, son of a bitch! I
thought
timed
you
this down to a
bypassed the
second for
system.
that burger,
Wait, parade for what?
for Marietta homecoming. I didn't know it
Oh,
was
that's
coming.
what that was?
That's
the
why,
fireworks and
That's
everything?
why Green Street was bad. I'm like, I'm gonna get around it. And if I was
no.
5 seconds sooner, I
You
would
would've
have
been fine.
I would have been fine.
I would have ran around
This
him.
guy stopped. I can't, because where I was, there's the river, there's the street they're coming up, and there's like 15 cars behind me now.
Yeah.
And I'm in such a way where I'm not gonna be getting out. You know how small that street is and everything.
Yeah.
And this guy just stopped and looked at me. He's like, he knew what he was doing to me. He's like, he wasn't even a cop or anything. Cop came later. He's like, hey, good job, buddy. He's like, looking at me. I was so mad, but this marching band started. I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's just like the marching band, and it's not gonna be like a crazy parade. We're not gonna have Sesame Street or something here, But it lasted for about 25 minutes.
Jeez.
Sesame Street showed up.
No,
Oh.
but
All the other streets
all the
did.
classes in Marietta High School, they were playing against the Vikings, so it's all
Oh,
these
snap.
stupid paper mache.
Did they had the Queen and King or
effigies and
anything?
stuff.
They had Queen and King candidates waving to
Yeah.
kids. Kids aren't there for them. They want the candy. Half of them didn't even have candy to throw. I'm like, what the hell? What kind of parade is this? At the very
What?
least, they could have thrown some
Did you-
candy, and I could have gotten
Did you get
some.
out and get
Because
No,
you were
I
so
didn't.
hungry.
No, I was waiting. I was patiently waiting.
They should have been throwing quesadilla burgers.
And then finally, all right, so there's 4 classes of crappy paper mache, tigers fighting Vikings, all right? It doesn't even look like a tiger. Tigers won't stand up on their hind legs, assholes,
No,
They'd be
that's
bad at
silly.
that.
Tony does.
He's not real.
What? Neither
all
are
right?
these
Those
paper maches.
Tigers are real.
And he is also the object of much freedom.
And all the kids on the floats are just on their phone. They're not even like waving or shit. There's little kids waving, and people are on their phone. I'm like, why wave at the children,
Fucking
I'm
asshole.
sitting there,
That's
I
so
got-
irresponsible to be on a parade float
Yeah.
and not wave.
I know.
You know what? They were probably forced to do this and then forced you to stop.
I know.
So they were all
the
forced. No one wanted to be there.
all
This
the
is-
all the floats go by. I'm like, all right. And now here comes all the Queen and King candidates. And I'm like, oh, come on. And I'm starting to judge them. I'm like, kid, you're not
You're not-
handsome enough to.
you're not king,
You're not
bud.
gonna. You're not
You're
gonna
not-
be king
you're not
material.
king.
Okay.
You're not king
All right,
material.
you need to trim down your red afro.
Red afro.
Yeah, this guy had like really big red afro. And because I was like waiting, I was just like pissed off. I was on the phone with Jancy, just like mocking everybody. And then finally, like at the very end, I'm like, okay, that's got to be the last one, right? And then no, then like every kid in high school was just walking in the parade. They didn't have a float. They didn't have a car. They weren't throwing out candy.
They have an instrument?
They were just like nothing. It was
I bet
like
they were
just
single
it was
file,
just-
too.
No, they weren't. They were in this mass, and guess what? Most of them were doing.
On their phones.
On their fucking phone.
Probably talking to the people on the floats.
If you're in a parade, just be in the parade, you know? But I felt like this was a passive-aggressive parade put there for me, you know?
Yeah.
To make you lose your
It was like Eric being like, you want that
warm
quesadilla
burger.
I heard you want a quesadilla burger, so I arranged a parade.
That's what happened. And then at the very end, there's these, like, the only kids that are actually, like, paying attention are blowing bubbles, and that pissed me off because bubbles were hitting my car and stuff. I'm like, stop blowing the fucking bubbles! You know?
The bubbles.
I was like, I had my windows up, and I was just screaming, I hate this thing!
You fucking kids!
Yeah.
I have places to be!
That's exactly what it is. I felt like the crankiest fat old man waiting to get his burger, and instead I had to watch these kids have fun.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even fun. I just like there was these two kids like right in front of my car, like waiting for the parade and watching, thinking like, oh, your mom's like, oh yeah, we're gonna go see a parade, yay! It was the shittiest parade. Those kids had a terrible day.
Yeah, I feel bad for those kids that sat and waited for candy and didn't get any.
And the way that is happening, the parade was turning and going in front of me.
So then,
So once the parade was done,
You had to turn left to Green Street.
I couldn't turn left.
Oh.
I had to follow the parade
Yep.
slowly, and then they would turn left into the stadium. But because of that, the people that were there watching the parade, they're like going by, you know, looking like, oh, hey, there's that. And
Who's
they
that
see,
fat guy?
Then they see me, and they're thinking like, oh, is he part of the parade? And I'm just looking like, God, screaming, you know? They're like, oh, I think parade's over. So then all those people would get up
and then
go
walk into the
They
street.
would go in front of my car and follow the parade. So as I'm going inch by inch, the parade's getting longer.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm stuck. There's like two cops up here, like directing people, you know. So I can't just like U-turn it and whip out of there, you know. It was the most terrible thing. And I finally got there, and the person bringing out my food was like, "Where you been?" And I was like, "Just give me it, signed, go."
The guy, right? Hey, Eric.
They do that, but because my name is on the.
It's like
receipt.
Yeah.
usually you're here in the 15 minutes it takes to make this burger.
Yeah.
What happened?
Friday tradition's gone. Well, see you tomorrow.
Yeah, next time when you order my usual,
Yeah,
they don't know who you are.
I know, right?
Because it's fucked up.
Chancey was laughing though because I was just like, these fucking bubbles. I was like, I had my wipers on.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that
was just-
that would
it
be
was-
infuriating.
It was
I feel
just so
for you,
funny
Eric.
because like as it kept getting worse and worse, the parade would like, you know, everybody would like, oh, it's that guy, and then they would add on to the parade. That was the worst part.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't going anywhere while still going like an inch forward, you know.
Yeah.
It was terrible. So
I'm
anyway,
sorry,
that's
Eric.
my highlight.
Okay.
So a great toll was taken upon me.
Yes.
I thought it was gonna go into like talking about Toll House
No.
or something,
Nestle Toll House. So
but it didn't.
I did not.
That is
Well-
a ridiculous social contract to
Yeah.
stop for parades.
Yeah, I was like at home. I was like, you know, looking it up. Like, hey, ain't announcing a parade.
I
not
mean,
fair.
it's so hard to find information in Marietta. What's
No,
going on?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
They need a thing
Gotta
to
call
do
the
that.
police
because everybody
department.
does it
Gotta
You
all.
call
know,
the-
you know
call
what
the
was
police
really
department.
great to do that, to find out what was going on in Marietta? Fucking Marietta menu.
That used to be good. Well, you know, the thing is that all of these places just use Facebook now. Like,
Yeah.
to announce. I mean, the
Yeah.
Marietta PD does Facebook, like all this Facebook, and Facebook just sucks now.
It does.
I haven't been on Facebook for like months. I just went on the other day looking at something. I had like a notification. It just sucks.
Yeah.
What is
yeah, I
it?
hate how much it sucks.
I don't really get on it either.
I don't know, it's just, I mean, it's just like a bunch of really shitty videos people share. You know?
A lot of it's just videos on your feed. It's not even people typing anything.
Yeah.
It's
No.
sharing either some kind of meme or some kind of motivational
Yeah.
bullshit that they don't believe they just saw and thought was cool, so they shared it too. You know?
I hate feel goodery.
Yeah, a lot of it is like these weird channels that just like it's content they've taken from somebody else and they just add like on the top like the feels with the crying face or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, I'm not the perfect guy when it comes to, you know, riding the fire line between fair use and copyright, you know. But man, it's terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we transform the content.
Yeah,
Adding a lower third with a crying
I know.
face
A crying
is
emoji
not
that doesn't
transformative
move.
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's
It's
no
just-
dialogue.
And it keeps
There's-
showing me, you know, posts from 9 years ago when I was 100 pounds heavier. I'm like, I wanted to scrub this the internet.
Why are these still hosted somewhere?
Why'd I ever wear that elf hat?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a hell of a thing, man.
Hell of a thing.
Why'd Aaron ever build that big Lego set?
That
Yeah,
wasn't even
that was
me. I
crazy.
didn't. That wasn't.
Remember you saw me at the bowling alley? Shane would do this thing where he would find people that like They didn't look like us, but you know what he's going for? Like somebody, like a really unfortunate-looking person, and he would tag you
What's
on
an
Facebook.
unfortunate-looking person?
He would tag you on Facebook, and like I'd see like like my relatives liking it.
Yeah.
There was a guy that you tagged doing and like he had glasses and was white.
He looked like a
But
fat version of you.
he was bigger than I was. He had less
Yeah.
hair than I did.
Yeah.
It was like everything was just a little less or a little more.
And his
depending.
beard was
Exactly.
like thinner and raggier.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not me.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh man, what happened to Aaron?
Dude, yeah. I did that with our Blind Wave Instagram for Eric. It was kind of a tradition
did.
every time we would go out of town.
Well, Billy did it in a vlog.
Yeah, he did. That was great.
Oh, gosh.
There goes
yeah.
Eric.
Yeah.
I just remember when I told, like, Gus wasn't answering my fucking phone calls, so I put rest in peace, Gus on the mood.
You did on Facebook. That's all you put. R.I.P. Gus.
Yeah.
And you tagged him.
And what's funny is he liked it.
You did.
But then, like, everyone from high school was like, what the fuck happened to Gus, man? And then his wife now, but at the time, his girlfriend, at the time, his mom, Kathleen, calls me somehow, gets my number, goes, this is Kathleen Frazier. What happened to Gus? I went, fuck, Kathy, it's a joke.
What's the joke? He's dead.
So funny, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. Gus loved it, but people weren't happy.
The
when he got married, she brought it up.
Sure. The tagging thing reminds me though. This week I also had a really funny thing where one of my aunts sent me this message on Facebook saying that this had happened to her, but she got into one of those posts that's like, reply to this post, tap in your last name and to the GIF section, and whatever pops up, post. So people are like, all this stuff. So there, there's people with like funny dog GIFs or something like, because their name is, whatever.
Yeah.
So she types in Whiteley, and she finds all these GIFs of me being like, because people make these GIFs and they put them on those kind of things. Like I don't have any control over that.
No, yeah.
So like, my aunt's like, I can't believe this happened. I did this and this GIF showed up, and then like other relatives would be like, why is that there? It was just really funny, like something that would never have think would happen,
Yeah.
But like it's me like making these ridiculous faces, just like, what does he do on that channel?
Well, I'll
Luckily, it wasn't anything super raunchy because there's a couple of those out
like
Not that
Shane
time.
banging that blow-up doll onto the table.
Put in far. That's the first one you get is just viciously handling
there. This is my name's lineage
what?
now.
On what particular?
Like, go to Facebook and there's a little GIF button. So
You click that and you
the
type
GIF
in
button
something.
and then type in something. People will put like surprise or a reaction GIF, But
None-
if you put in your
none
last
of-
name, or if you just put in Shane, maybe
None
you
of
might,
ours had anything that popped up first.
really.
I looked through them all.
Oh, okay.
For mine, I had to scroll down. The first one I got for like Aaron or Elliot or
Really?
something like that. Because the very first one was like a football player.
Well, your guys' names are a little
yeah.
more common than mine.
Like it was
I
a
think.
football player named Elliot for the Cowboys or something like that.
Yeah.
But the first one I found of mine was that blonde Donald Trump hair, it going from Donald Trump to me,
Yeah.
going wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong. So that was my first one
Yeah.
I had.
Malachi, like some of his, like my son and daughter, they go to the school that I went to. I mean, Gus went to Catholic school. It's a private school. They're new there, so they're having, my son's having a great time. My daughter, Leona, she's not really,
Sure.
unfortunately, but he was telling all his friends, my dad's a famous YouTuber, and I guess his teacher knows me. He goes, oh yeah, I've watched them. They're real cool, and
Oh yeah.
and then he asked if he could take a couple of friends over here to show the Wave Cave. I said, yeah, sure. And then he called me and said, no, their parents saw the channel and they're not allowed to.
Yeah.
They can't come.
we have bags of dicks.
Yeah, this is the bags of dicks that keeps the
What
camera up.
video did they
Yeah.
see? Was it like what?
Yeah, which video did they look at?
It's probably
I mean,
Mailbag 69.
Some of it too could just be like, there's the language thing, which
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I don't
Yeah.
know what they saw, but I was
Yeah.
like, oh well, hell,
they just
Sorry.
put it on. Hey guys, welcome to fucking Blind Wave. And they're like,
Yeah.
well, turn that off. You ain't going there.
There's-
So
Yeah, no way their kids say any of those words. So,
Yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
yeah. No, apparently
Yeah.
one of Leon's friends was watching Stranger Things, and he was watching some of our stuff,
Sure.
and said to his mom, like, Mom, they say bad words.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, but some adults do that. So I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
But no, on Monday, I had a stream. It was pretty fun. I did PUBG, which I hadn't done for a long time.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed that I missed that
Well, I messaged you on the internet, but you didn't respond.
because I had no internet.
Just the internet.
But no, the stream went pretty well. I wanted to play League or Overwatch because last Saturday I did a commentating thing for the local college esports team that they have going on, and I was like, man, I need to know more League of Legends and Overwatch stuff. I haven't played it really in so long. So there's actually a new Twitch sub channel in Discord where if you have your Twitch and Discord linked, you have access to that. So I ran a poll through that to see what to play for this coming Monday, which Overwatch won.
Overwatch.
So I'm going to be playing Overwatch on that. Also, this past week, I changed around and added in emotes. So there's a lot of new emotes on the Twitch sub emote section.
Okay.
I also altered the tier 2 and tier 3 sub emotes, so everyone has at least one new emote that they didn't have before. So make sure you guys check those out.
Cool.
I like the Calvin Spoon one that used to be tier 2 is now available for everybody. And the Rick Prey one is now tier 2, and there's a new tier 3 sub emote.
What? Gotcha.
So, but
Bam! There they are.
Yeah, so there's a lot of new emotes. So you guys have some new stuff with that. I added as many as I could right now. I'll try to add more in as we get more subs and whatnot too. So, and it's September, so if you guys sub now, you get 50% off your tier 1. So don't forget about that.
September.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to use that Twitch chat thing for like more polls and communication between like subscribers and whatnot and us and stuff. So, but no, that was really fun, and I was excited to be able to get some more. There's like a Blar emote now.
Blar?
So,
Oh,
yeah,
good.
there's a
Okay.
Blar one.
Blar.
Hell yeah.
Whoa!
The very first thing I ever said on Discord.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm like, it's Blar.
Didn't you
You
like
said it in the
say
announcements
it in the
channel.
announcement channel?
You didn't know what was going on. Nobody was talking to you.
Because Eric was like, you should get on, man. Like, our fans get on there, and it's
Yeah.
actually pretty fun.
Sure.
I was like, I guess. And I got on there. I just
Clicked announcements like this is a good place.
I just didn't know what the hell was
I'm
going on.
just announcing,
Yeah.
guys, I am here.
I said, I am here. And then, like, nothing happened. Blar! And I left.
Yeah, because nobody's allowed to post in there except for mods
and
and
then
us.
everyone's like, what does this mean?
Yeah, it became like a thing where people were like, Blar,
It
what is
became
Blar?
like
Blar!
a prayer.
They started killing people over the name of Blar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there's if you guys have your Twitch and Discord linked for the
Yes.
sub stuff, all those emotes you can use in any channel, not just in the Blindwave channel of Discord.
Oh.
So you can use those at any of
You
the
can go to
Discord, any
rival
server.
Discord channels.
Yeah, you can go to the normies
the
and be like, oh,
normies.
baby Blar,
Blar!
Blar, baby, just Blar all over the place.
And they're like, what is Blar?
Blar,
Neat.
the fuck off.
So
Yeah.
there's some pretty cool things you can do with that. So make sure you guys link those together.
That's cool.
Just for that benefit.
Sure.
So
Alrighty.
other than that, I think it's
You guys have anything else for the week?
Yeah, I got some stuff. I had a pretty decent week. We ran D&D, which is always the highlight of the week.
Yeah. A lot of
So
fun.
That was fun. People will be seeing that. I don't want to say what's winning the poll, but Berserk is doing the best it's done.
ever.
Ever.
Oh,
Yeah, so
interesting.
it's been on quite a few polls before.
That's promising.
Even
for
better
you.
than on your birthday.
Yeah, even better than...
I saw someone say, I'm a patron. I will not be watching any anime that's selected because I'm not into it, but I do love Blind Wave. I do love Rick. So I will be voting for Berserk.
That's
For
great,
that.
and I encourage that thought process.
And I hope
Anyone else out there who
and I hope
doesn't
it
care for
wins.
anime.
Yeah.
So what Rick is secretly telling you is that, hey, you know, if you want to help him out, it's getting up there. Go vote now.
Yeah, and also something else about the poll that's kind of funny. I saw someone redeemed a slap
Oh, okay.
because mistakenly the wrong fate was put on the poll,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
and that
There's-
person blamed Aaron, and therefore redeemed a slap.
Okay, I'm okay with that. If you were going to be slapped, I would have been like,
We'll never
yeah.
know who was actually at fault,
Gotcha.
but we know who will be punished.
That's good. For those of you listening or watching that don't know what we're talking about, we are replacing Mob Psycho on our schedule.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this the day it was uploaded, or if you're watching live and you don't know, there's a new poll up over at patreon.com/blindwave to pick which show replaces that. A lot of it is anime. I think we do have one Western animation on there as well with Dragon Prince, right?
Yep.
So anyway, if that's something you're interested in, and it's a fun way to both get your voice heard and support your favorite creators, Blindwave, go do that, please.
It is
Indeed.
very much appreciated.
Yeah.
Also, I got to watch Star Wars Episode 7,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite parts of the week.
which
That was a highlight of the week for me.
I did
man.
not expect it to be a highlight, but it
Yeah.
sure was.
Yeah, maybe we'll leave it at that because you guys are definitely going to want to check that out.
Yeah.
That reaction is going to be coming up on early access at some point here. Not this week, but next week, I think.
Next Saturday, right?
I definitely, I had such a good time with
Well,
that.
it's weird just to get emotional and tear up again over certain parts with you.
Yeah, I
just
don't want
because
to.
Rick
I
is
don't
on
want to spoil at all what Rick
Thought or
thought
said or
anything,
anything.
but I will say that I was very surprised about how emotional I got watching that movie again.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
And yeah, I just want to thank everyone for voting for it. I finally
Yeah.
got to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, this weekend I think is The Matrix.
Yes.
Right? And then next weekend's going to be episode 7.
Force Awakens, and we might, it might not be on the next poll. I think actually we're going to be going into like a horror kind of theme thing. for the
Yeah,
next
we're
couple
hitting into
polls.
October, so for the next few polls, we're going to
Yeah.
have some scary type of movies with either commentary or reactions for.
Yeah.
Yes.
But maybe we would want to try to throw on Last Jedi at some point, maybe before Mandalorian comes out. That way, whenever we're discussing Mandalorian, we want to go into that territory, we can. But at least before Episode 9 comes out, we'll
Absolutely.
jump on there. But
Yeah.
we also got like Harry Potter to get back to at some point
Can't
with
wait to do Harry
commentaries.
Potter.
Yeah.
So it's a good time. That's another thing. Like these polls for replacing shows, they only kind of come sporadically every couple of months or sometimes even longer. But we have a poll for
New movies.
movie reactions every single week. So
Yep.
Jump on there, you guys.
anyway,
And my last thing, it was Evie's birthday last week.
Hmm.
She wanted Spyro the Dragon, the remastered
The
collection.
games.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So we've been playing those together. And
Is it still
it's been a lot of fun.
frame rate still weird?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I got it on the Switch, and the frame rate and the loading times are accurate to the PS1 versions.
Really? On a on a cartridge?
Yeah.
gotcha.
Is it digital or?
No, yeah, it's on a cartridge. It's pretty rough. In some
I never
parts.
heard that complaint. That's crazy.
Definitely, yeah.
Maybe on a PS4 it's better, but it wouldn't make sense because the cartridge usually. it's
I'm not
fast.
sure, but
Mine just blown.
they're still really fun and hold up really well. So
Yeah.
happy
Hell
to
yeah.
see that. I haven't played
Sweet.
them since.
Yeah.
I never played.
Yeah,
way
frame
back.
rate was bad then too. So.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's it for me.
For me, Malachi's going through my gaming list, and he's in the middle of Ocarina of Time, not doing very well. Just I don't know why. He did better Breath of the Wild. I think it's just because Breath of the Wild is just
It's a newer
Probably a
game.
more modern game. And
well, and it's more free. It's not like solve these puzzles to get this key.
It's
to
not
solve
so
this
linear.
Puzzle. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I guess I don't know what to say, but doing better because I don't know how much he progressed through the story. He was just hunting things, having a good time.
Yep.
Ocarina of Time, I think that's just a very important game to beat. So he's going through it now. He really likes it, but he just needs help all fucking time. I'm like, Malachi, I was your age when I beat this, so you can beat it.
Like, I didn't have no help.
Yeah,
You know
I
what my
didn't have
dad told
fucking
me? Nothing.
Yeah, I had Game Vax back then, and it sucked.
Yeah.
Remember Game Vax?
Yep.
But he also beat Shadow the Colossus HD PS4 remake last night. Loved it. He
That's
says
a great game.
He says it's one of his favorite games of all time, which surprised me because he loves video games, but he's definitely really right now he's on a lot of the, like Overwatch and
Fortnite.
and those kind of games. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Minecraft.
he absolutely loves it.
Roblox.
He cried at the end too. Yeah, it was a hell of a thing to watch him play that and just like turn the music. Like when he beat the boss, he put the controller out and turned the TV up much louder than he should have because his mom was sleeping, and he just sat there and stared at everything, didn't say a word. It was just it was mesmerizing to watch. It was so cool.
Yeah, I can still remember my feeling beating that game for the first time.
Yeah, it was.
It's just a magical experience.
It's magical and that's sad. It's so many crazy feelings. Yeah. So then he got online, started looking up. He said, "Why does he have horns?" All this stuff. So I said, "Well, it's." Whatever his name is, Uda from whatever his name is, considers this a prequel to Eco. He's like, what's Eco?
Yeah.
So he went up and started looking up that. Now he wants to get the PS3 HD remake of Eco. So Eco's not as good, but we can get it. You know what I mean?
I still really like it.
I really like it, but you can't go from Shadow to Eco and think it's gonna be better.
Isn't that?
It's not better.
No.
Yeah, I suppose not. But
No,
didn't
but
they come out with a PS4 like both of them together?
Yeah. No, PS4, PS3.
It was PS3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, PS3.
I thought Shadow of the Colossus came out for PS4.
It did.
I thought it came with like a bundle
completely
of
redone.
Yeah, they didn't do that with
It wasn't
okay.
a remaster. It was a remake, right?
Just Shadows. Okay.
Yeah, like the PS4 Shadow that's like a remake, but it's like word for word the same game, pretty much. But
Okay.
he absolutely loved it, and then he started looking up, which made me look up the next game that guy is doing because.
Last Guardian.
Oh well, we already did that.
Yeah. The next one.
Yeah.
So then the next one.
After Last Guardian, which now he wants to play the Last Guardian.
I'd never even played that one.
I have it, and I played it for like 2 hours. I loved it, but I stopped playing it because all this stuff is going on. I got to restart it. But he wants to play that, and he was looking up the next game that this guy's making. So he's looking up all the stuff he said on Twitter, all these cryptic things that his team's doing. He's like, I wonder what they're making, Dad. He released a screenshot of it too. Yeah.
Has he ever had that experience with a designer before, or
well, with
studio?
Miyamoto. Yeah, he
Okay.
played Mario Galaxy, so he wanted to know all the games he made. He's like, well, did he make all these? I said, well, actually, he created Mario, and he's like the director of the game. He said, so he draws everything? I said no. That's not. That's like
That's an artist.
An artist does that, and the designer. So I had to explain to him all this stuff. So it really made me think when Rick, when after you beat Metal Gear Solid, you know, when you were probably around his age, like you kind of realize, well, people make things. They have to, you know, they make these things. So he had that experience last night, and that was really cool. When he's kind of had that experience with Mario, but he didn't go down the rabbit hole as much as he did here.
Yeah, I mean that's what happened to me. I beat Metal Gear Solid for the first time. It was such a dramatic experience for me. I saw these credits and realized people made these things.
Yeah.
And I immediately went out. I got a book on programming. I bought RPG Maker for the PS1.
Yeah.
And I started just making games.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was real fucking cool, man. Yeah. So now I want to play Ocarina of Time and not play another game at the same time. Maybe if I do, it might be a platformer. You know, something much different.
Change it up.
Yeah, change it up.
I still need to play Ocarina of Time.
Oh,
You haven't played it?
Yeah.
You should play the 3DS one, probably.
I've only played NES.
Yeah.
No.
Really.
You didn't
Well,
play,
and Breath of the Wild.
you didn't play SNES? You didn't play like Link to the Past? Or?
How would I have?
Don't know.
Aaron, I think your
If you
responsibility.
have
Aaron.
Emulator.
if you have the newer stuff, I mean, it's on the Switch now.
Yeah, it is on the Switch.
You can play it right now.
It aged it's pretty good. I went through it with Zach Ellis like 2 summers ago.
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time.
You-
No,
Link
Link to
to
Past.
the Past.
I really liked the Link Between Worlds on the 3DS.
I love
That one's really good.
Love that.
Ocarina of Time was fun on the 3DS too.
I played 4 Swords
I-
for the Game Boy Advance.
we
It's
need
not
to play.
representative of Zelda, bro.
We need to play sometime Triforce Heroes or whatever
Triforce
it is.
Heroes.
Like I have it, but I wanted to play it in a 3-player co-op thing, and I've never done it. So
Yeah.
we should
I mean,
do that.
Breath of the Wild I love it, but it's so different than every other Zelda. You know what I mean? Like Ocarina of Time, I think is a must play for any
I mean,
gaming tour.
I think Breath of the Wild feels a lot like the first one.
It does.
Yeah.
Well, on purpose, yeah.
Yeah.
You're tossed in this world, it's wide open, you don't know where to go, and you just kind of start going and
Yeah.
exploring. And
Yeah. I mean, the biggest difference between something like Ocarina of Time and Breath of the Wild, Breath of the Wild, they just want you like to fall into a world and you can go any direction, tackle it any different way. I mean, you know, there's kind of like, you know, how many shrines are there? 120? There's 120
Something like
shrines
that.
in there. In each one, you don't have to solve it a certain way. Each one, you can solve it 10 different ways.
And you don't have to solve it at all.
Yeah, you don't
because
have
of the
to.
physics, you can just figure out.
I mean,
shit.
you can get off the plateau, go straight again, and beat the game. And people have done that, you know? I mean, some people have done it with, like, I'm only going to use shields this run. And they play the entire game only using the shields, you know, using reflect and stuff. So it's definitely a departure. But the biggest difference for me is the in-between, like, travel and stuff, which Breath of the Wild is great. But it you know, the name Breath of the Wild is about ambiance and it's about, like, being in this world. And you don't get just the quintessential overworld theme music, which, you know, I think is missing a little bit. Like, I would have it so that maybe when you're on a horse, then you get overworld theme or something. And when you get off, then you can do that kind of stuff. But playing Ocarina of Time for the first time, I mean, like, that's one of the first things, other than Star Wars maybe, that really made me appreciate not just the musical themes themselves, but how they would go in and out and transition and go from battle music to the regular to signifying all these different things. Man, I want to play Ocarina of Time for the first time so bad. We got to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You want to play Ocarina of Time for the first time?
With Rick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, because, you know, watching The Force
do it on
Awakens
the
just the
64.
other day, like, I mean, I said it in the reaction, but I was like, man, I kind of understand why people like reaction so goddamn much sometimes. Because it was just a different experience being able to you know, be with somebody as they go on something that's so important to me.
It's something, especially
Yeah.
when it's something that you personally really enjoy, really like.
Yeah.
And it really explains the hatred in the comments for my Game of Thrones reactions.
Yeah, it does. It does. But real quick, speaking of Zelda, I am going through Link's Awakening right now. Last week on Saturday, I finished 3 dungeons, I think, of Link's Awakening. So this Saturday, I'm going to be going again at 2 p.m. and maybe trying to finish the game. We'll see. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm having a good time with it. Link's Awakening, especially, you know, because I've played it before when I was a kid, and I really remember the story, but I don't really remember, like, the trading sequences and the dungeons and stuff. So it's been fun to be like, oh, okay, I kind of remember this. Maybe this is where I go. Nope, don't go there at all. I've died, you know. But the story is one of the most unique Zeldas because it was made, you know, it was the first Zelda not made by the core Zelda team. Like, they were just, you know, these guys just kind of like, hey, we're going to try something different on the Game Boy. It wasn't even Zelda at that point. They were working with Mario and Kirby characters, and that's why Mario and Kirby characters appear in this game, you know. But you know, what's the Mario creator's name? I always
Shigeru Miyamoto.
yeah, he came in like later in the project and was like, yeah, because these guys were just working on this game like after hours, like at night as their hobby, you know.
Yeah.
And he came into it and he's like, yeah, sure, go ahead and do it. You need to write a story to explain all this stuff though. And the story they did that like limitation they had in terms of the story made it a really, really interesting thing. I can't wait to get more into that with this new version. So Saturdays, 2 p.m.
Yep.
Check
I
it out.
need to play that.
Yeah.
I haven't played it ever, so that'd be
I
interesting to
haven't
do.
played it either ever.
And before his stream too, if you guys are interested, I think I'm going to be joining their commentary team again for
sweet.
the Esports. It starts at 9 a.m. Eastern time, and then we should be done around 1. So
Yeah.
it'll be going before you start your stuff.
Definitely go over there and check that out because like it's that that's being done on another stream, right?
Yeah, it's Marietta College.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/Marietta College.
Yeah, so go over there and just support Aaron and blindly because we want to support them. So
Yeah.
go over and they play some
local
cool games
esports.
over there.
Yeah, they've been doing League of Legends. Their League of Legends team is pretty good.
Yeah, good.
They kind of just mowed over their last
Did that?
their last college team
That's
that they were
good.
against. Their Rocket League team had some backs and forths, and then their Overwatch one kind of got mowed over.
Really?
So I think that like Marietta College had like a really good League of Legends team, and then the other college had a really good Overwatch team.
Interesting.
So
Is
but
it
no.
same players or different players for different games?
It varies. There's some of the players they have are multiples on like this. There's one Rocket League player that also plays League of Legends, but then there's also a League of Legends player that also plays Overwatch. So there's a little overlap there, but for the most part, they're new teams and stuff that
Yeah.
are doing it. So,
Sure.
but no, it was fun. It was my first time like doing commentary besides doing commentary that we would do here for
Sure,
Smash
yeah,
and stuff.
exactly.
So my biggest hurdle is just refamiliarizing myself with the characters and what
the
they can do
lingo
and all
the
the
techniques and that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
So
This tweet stream is brought to us by Jeff Knapp.
Jeff Knapp. Jeff Knapp. Alone in the world is a little Jeff Knapp. I tried to harmonize with you.
so, but no, but that's why I'm gonna be playing Overwatch
Thank you, Jeff.
on Monday. So
God damn it, Calvin.
Aaron, have you
that's also gonna be. I don't know if I said it, but Overwatch is gonna be with viewers.
Oh.
So I'll be doing like
Wow.
6v6 team things. I'll probably
Okay.
try to prioritize subscribers and stuff during that too. But if you guys have Overwatch and you want to play, Monday 6 p.m. Eastern time, I'll be playing Overwatch and just
If
I
you're-
try to rotate as many people
yeah.
as I can.
I want the best players possible to come and humiliate Aaron on stream.
Humiliate me.
Humiliate
You gotta
you.
get through my May.
It's gotta be May.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Aaron, did you ever play any auto chess in League of Legends?
No, I've seen a lot of auto chess stuff. They have. I don't. I don't. One, I'm not quite sure what they are. And two, I've never played it.
Okay.
But I've seen things where it's like people they appear and then they move them and they fight, but I don't know how you actually control them.
I
and what
remember
happens.
chess in Mortal Kombat Deception. It was one of the Mortal Kombats that had chess,
What?
and like you move
when
the
they meet up,
pieces.
you fight, right?
Yeah, you fight.
Yeah, it was that one with the big graveyard,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Yeah.
what I needed.
But no, yeah, you play chess and you move like a chessboard, and then whenever you go to take an opponent, now you fight, and if you lose your piece.
And if it was a pawn taking a queen, the pawn would have a little bit of health,
yeah, it would have less health than the
Oh,
queen.
that's cool.
and you also had different spells that you could cast, like as the king,
Dude,
to
that's
do different
awesome. See,
things.
if I would have had that shit growing up, I would have fucking played chess.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. I liked it because they tried to balance it out, but then also like, well, you got to win a fight too. If you're really good at fighting, you could have your pawn kill everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
So it was fun. I liked it a
And
lot.
Shane wouldn't learn chess.
No, he wouldn't. And he didn't learn. He didn't learn how to fight either. So
Hey! Thank you so much for the treat stream.
Jeff Knapp. The other day,
Did
when
you make him walk up here?
Calvin, you give me a
uh,
cup.
You did it.
I meet in
went
the
down
middle.
there,
I
didn't
meet
you,
in the
Calvin?
middle.
Me
Thank
too.
you.
Me too, please.
But
I like meat
No,
in the
I
middle.
opened the
I like to
door,
meet in the middle and
And I
everything.
sit down on the step and I wait for him.
on Saturday, I got a treat stream here. I got like 45 pieces of chicken, like chicken poppers.
Yeah, I
They're probably
know.
still in the
I saw.
fridge.
Really?
I only ate like 5.
Well,
Bullshit.
you
I did.
You gonna say what happened?
Yeah, so what happened was they're like, hey, we got you something. Okay, so I went out there and I went down to meet the guy in the middle step.
Yeah.
Right? And then he's like, all right, that's going to be 14 something. And I say, huh? He's like, yeah. He's looking at me like, what, you don't think you're going to have to pay? Who the fuck do you think you are? I didn't want to be like, well, I'm the kind of guy that plays video games. People send me chicken. You know? I didn't want to say that. And I was like, well, usually it's a treat stream, right? He's like, yeah, it says treat stream. I'm like, well, they would have paid for that online. And he goes, I don't think so. I go, I'm certain, sir.
I'm like, that's how a tree stream works.
So he's like, okay,
Thank
well,
you,
let me go
Calvin.
down and check. And I was holding the chicken. I was like, let me go down and check. I'm like, okay. And he
Sweet.
took the chicken back, and he took it down there. God damn it, you know. So I came back up here, and I'm like, well, they want me to pay. Thank you for the treat stream, but I have to wait. So, and then he came back a couple minutes later. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened.
Must have been one of the guys that don't usually do it
I
or
guess
something.
so, yeah. It is new.
So you just ordered your food and you had to pay for it.
No, I didn't. Ended up
Usually
actually
it's the same, like it's like an older guy.
Yeah.
And like he's always like he brought something small one time. He's like, you guys got a smaller day going on, people home from work. And I was like, yeah, actually there's only 2 of us right now, or
Yeah.
something. Something was going on like
Sure.
that, and he's like, oh, okay. But yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
I haven't seen the one anymore. The one delivery driver who's like, we're not allowed to
We're not
come
allowed.
inside.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen them for a long time.
They canned his ass, that's why.
Her.
Canned her
Her.
ass, that's why. I didn't get Aaron's impression because, you know.
But one thing that I had that I was going to bring up, which was lightly brought up in mailbag already, but I saw earlier this week that they were going to be having a new Chuck Norris like reboot that they're working on,
Yeah.
and currently I think it's being discussed between who's going to be having it on their station.
Gotcha.
Either CBS, which I believe had the last Chuck Norris, like that's where it aired, or CW. And along with CW, the front runner currently for Chuck Norris is Jared Padalecki.
Padalecki.
Yeah, so they're redoing Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with Walker Texas Ranger,
I
coming
could
back, I'm
totally
like,
see
man,
that.
I don't. I kind of picture Jensen Ackles a little bit more than I do.
I don't know, man.
What happened? Oh, I'm sorry. I kind of picture Jensen Ackles. I feel like a little more than Sam, but I don't know.
Jason Ackles, I think, is great, but he's got that bow-legged kind of stance a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
true.
I could see Jared Padalecki being like the big giant man that punches people that disrespect Native American lands.
I'm curious.
This guy.
Yeah. There's
I
Jared.
can totally
I
see it.
definitely see Jared.
I'm
I want to see him
wondering.
roundhouse kick. That's all I need.
Fuck yeah.
Do you think it will be like the same feel they're going for? Because I
hope
mean,
so.
they had
I think they should go different, man.
Chuck Norris, who was a martial artist, in this role,
like a 4-3 black
Yeah.
belt.
doing
three different things,
doing
4-3
martial
different
arts, to fight. I don't believe Jared is a martial artist, so I've
Not to that level, certainly.
But he has a lot of experience with fight choreography.
true, but I was like,
He's good at making it
do
look
they
real.
do they try to go the same route and make him kicking, wearing
Yeah.
tight pants
I
and
mean,
cowboy
That's
boots?
the only reason I watched.
I think they need to
He
go
had
different.
those stretchy jeans that he could roundhouse kick in.
Gusseted jeans. They made them special for him.
Rick, you might need to look up that Chuck Norris lever thing from Conan. Just watch like one clip because they're always so great.
But no, I don't know.
Walker,
I'm
Texas
just
Ranger lever or something like that. But I could see it. I mean, even if he doesn't have that experience right now, there's no reason that he could do better than Danny Rand and Iron Fists.
I don't think he would be bad. I'm just
Yeah.
curious if they'll change the way the show is from like what I remember from the Chuck Norris one
Sure.
to where it fits better for Jared rather than like what Chuck Norris's
I
Walker
understand.
did. You know what I mean?
I can't imagine that be like, hey, we're gonna bring back Walker Texas Ranger. And people are like, oh shit, hell yeah. But he's not gonna be doing kung fu or anything.
Well, I mean,
what?
it
Come
could-
on, you gotta do karate.
It could be more copy story,
Yeah.
like going in and like freeze and like more of that kind of stuff with a little bit of hand to hand, but not
Sure.
like Chuck Norris Walker would walk in without a gun and just start
Yeah, I know.
fucking
I
people
can't
up.
wait to watch clips. The best one is the Haley Joel Osment clip one, but I don't know if you can find that one.
What's his name, Calvin?
Haley.
Billy Joe.
Billy Joel Osment.
Billy
I made a slip up.
That
in,
was, yeah, we were watching The Boys.
The Boys. Yeah. Well, it's in the forefront of my mind too because Huey.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dewey. I don't.
Is there someone asked, my son asked me this the other day. Is there a movie that there's movies that you watch and you don't like? Is there movies that you hate?
Movies that I hate?
Hate.
I don't like the Last Night Transformer movie. I watched that on a plane.
I don't hate it.
And I thought it was garbage, and I don't use that word lightly.
Yeah.
I thought it was
I
garbage.
didn't see it. It didn't look good.
Yeah, it was bad.
How about this one,
Ooh.
Eric?
I really hate
Okay,
Street Fighter Legend Chun-Li.
we're gonna watch some of these clips that Conan has. Let's do it.
Over the years, we've shown many great Walker clips, but only one
It's a little.
is truly
It's
the
a little
greatest.
slowed down.
X2
All
speed
the
or
fa-
something because it's slowed down.
Or X 1.5.
Yeah, X 1.5. Can you do that one there? You should be able to.
Speed.
Yeah,
Oh, it's slowed down so
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can copyright it.
Fans seem to agree.
that's a little
Let's
better.
do this thing.
All right, here's the lever.
And how you doing, little partner? fine. And it's little visitor now. Attawayo is how you say it in Cherokee.
Oh, well, pardon my French, but I'll be damned.
Walker told me I had AIDS.
Out of context, that's the craziest one.
And that's not Frozen either.
No, it's his reaction.
That's just his face.
Did he really say that?
Yeah, that's part of the story. But when you watch just that clip, you're like, "What the hell?" No, that's right from the show.
It's so funny.
They're not edited; they're just clips.
The way that goes out.
Walker told me I had AIDS.
It's just out of nowhere. You know.
Jeez.
Well, that episode needs to be the pilot.
Yeah, right.
No,
Oh,
but
man.
I'm excited to see.
Remember, Walker had he had his one buddy. I can't remember his name. He had like a deputy, like a black
Trevette.
guy that
Yeah.
also did.
It was
Trevette.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
I remember
Also good.
he's in. I think it's the same actor who's in Die Hard.
Really?
He's like one of the guys trying to drill through the vaults. I think that's the
Oh, is
same
he
actor.
like the engineer guy?
Yeah. Like he's not one of the German fighter guys.
No.
But I think that he's the same one. I believe. 'Cause I remember watching. I feel like I remember watching and my parents be like, "Hey, Trevette." I'm pretty sure that was his name because my dad used to watch Walker Texas Ranger every day. Every day. There's nothing else to watch. Apparently. Like they were reruns, you know. It's just, Dad, you watched the same episode yesterday. He's like, I know.
He was learning how to be a man.
You know how to roundhouse kick somebody.
All right,
Did
so
you guys watch Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
I watched that shit too.
I love
man.
that. My
No.
mom loved that show, man.
Never watched it.
Well, yeah, like
And
my,
Jancy watches it all the time too. Still, like she has it on stream or
if,
something.
if it's on stream somewhere, I want to watch it.
I think she has it on Amazon Prime or something.
I think my grandmother used to watch it.
There's a lot of stuff on
And
Amazon Prime.
My grandma used to, and my aunt used to watch that and Murder She Wrote. Think
Now,
about-
that one
I
I've
watched
seen.
that one.
I've seen some of that. Yeah.
Used to watch Columbo. Did you guys ever watch Columbo?
Oh fuck yeah! I
Never
love
watched
Columbo.
Columbo.
No, I didn't.
Seen it all. Columbo's great.
Hawaii Five-0.
Yeah, I watched the reruns on TV.
Time.
No, it was
Not TV?
TV World. Is that what it was?
I don't remember.
I thought it was TV
It's like
Time.
one of the old networks that just put up a whole bunch of
I know what you mean.
like
I can't
Andy
remember.
Griffith and
It's like
Hawaii
Nick at
Five-0.
Night stuff.
Kind of, yeah. It had A-Team and MASH and all that stuff.
My dad always watched Bonanza.
Yep.
Yeah, I've watched. I
Lot of
love
Bonanza.
Bonanza. It's great. Lauren Green, the captain of the Battlestar.
So, Hollywood Reporter is reporting that Kevin Feige is developing a new movie for Disney.
Yeah, he is. Holy shit.
What's he doing?
Let's see here. Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy is pursuing a new era in Star Wars storytelling, and knowing what a die-hard fan Kevin is, it made sense for these two extraordinary producers to work on a Star Wars film together.
Some pretty big ass news,
Okay.
man. Kevin Feige.
I was like, whenever you said Kathleen Kennedy, I'm a mouthful, but I'm like, Kathleen Kennedy, okay.
Yeah. You know my first reaction to this story?
It's not now.
Remember when Sony said, no, it's not. I knew
Yeah,
about
I knew
this.
about it
yeah.
too. Yeah.
Remember when Sony said, like, yeah, Kevin's a little busy. He doesn't have time for Spider-Man. And I was like, all right, I'll go do Star Wars.
Right.
I don't have time, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe this is why he doesn't have time.
Maybe. But, yeah, I mean, that's really awesome. I know they also reported that, like, there's rumor out there that he already has, like, an actor from the MCU that is interested to come over to Star Wars, and a lot of people are, you know, giving their suggestions and what they want and don't want, you know?
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr.
want
I mean,
James
they
Vanderbeek.
just killed him off, Robert Downey Jr. Yeah.
I'll be honest, mine is guy who plays Winter Soldier.
Bucky?
Yeah.
To play a young Luke.
Young Luke.
Oh,
He could play young Luke.
I feel
I
like
mean,
he's going to
yeah.
create.
He could do it.
I guess I have a feeling that she's going to him to create like a bunch of stories and like a new era.
Well,
Sebastian
yeah, but I
Stan,
mean,
yeah.
we don't know.
We don't know. Yeah, we have no idea.
You know, I know that after episode 9, they're going to be like trying to take the franchise in different directions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm welcome to that. You know, it's
Yeah.
fine. I want people to be able to go out there and take risks and do new things, and some of it will stick and some of it won't.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's what happened with the old
it's
EU.
pretty exciting.
You
for
know?
me.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, go out and do some stuff, and they made
Yeah.
like new books and different things, and some stuff was like, that's great. Some were like, well,
Yeah.
could have been
Some
better.
is
See,
Terry
I mean,
Travis.
You know,
that's Legends now.
I think the interesting thing is you go to Kevin Feige to develop stuff, and what has he done for their MCU? He's never directed a movie, you know, he hasn't written, but what he does is he plans and he orchestrates these great stories throughout movies. So if you do bring him on, and he is in the same capacity doing something like that, I don't think he'll be like that, you know. though I do think Lucasfilm needs somebody like that. You know, I'm not one of these guys that, you know, have a hard on for going after Kathleen Kennedy at all, you know?
No, I think she did a great job.
I think she's done a really great job as a producer and does the things that a producer should be, which is go out and find artists that you believe in and give them the reins, you know?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that didn't always happen, like with Garrett Hethwards and the...
Gareth played ball, though.
He did play ball.
No, a lot of people didn't even know there was trouble until after the movie came out.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
But I mean, like, what I think is happening is, like, she was good about going out and finding that talent and, like, saying, hey, what do you want to do? Go do it. But then you have to answer to your board and all that stuff, which is the worst part of movie making, which is, like, movie by committee, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping with somebody bringing in someone like Feige, then that's somebody that can be both artist and committee.
And he's accountable. Yeah.
And accountable.
Yeah.
So I think it's really interesting. I know there's a lot of people out there that, you know, see it as... you know, well, you know, they're just trying to save face, you know, getting somebody that everybody likes because people are angry with Star Wars right now, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, like, yeah, but as a person that's angry with Star Wars and then they're trying to go and find someone that you would like, isn't that what you would want?
Yeah, right.
But they're saying, like, oh, trying to cover stuff up.
Cover stuff
Cover
up.
stuff up. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, I was super excited.
I'm super excited. Like, are you more excited about that, Rian Johnson, or Game of Thrones guys? D&D.
I mean, the D&D guys, like, they get a lot of shit recently, especially because of the last season of Game of Thrones. But, I mean, they don't have a lot of directing behind them. And I don't think that this is them. They're not said to be directors. I think that they're just going to be, like, producing, maybe writing. I'm not sure. But, you know, I didn't absolutely hate a lot of the stuff that they did, which is actually their stuff versus adapting George R.R. Martin stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't really match to me the stuff that Martin was doing. So
Like
if they're
the
going out
tone
and
and the
incepting
direction
their,
and
if they're
stuff.
but if they're going out and incepting their own, you know, let's say they're doing Knights of the Republic.
Yeah.
Then I'm kind of excited because they have a good base of like,
That-
hey, here's the basic stuff, adapt it. I think
That's what I was
that'd be
gonna
fun.
say.
And not
Give them some stuff that already has some story that
Yeah.
they can take and adapt. Because you don't have to take, you know, the Old Republic stories one for one.
Yeah.
Just go and be like, well, I like this stuff about Revan. I like this stuff about this.
Yep.
And just
Bring
make it
Keanu-
work into your
bring
story.
Keanu Reeves and do it.
Yeah, just work it into your story however you want.
James
you know?
Vanderbeek.
Keanu Reeves
James Vanderbeek.
be Darth Revan.
To be who? Revan?
James Vanderbeek?
Is that your Revan?
He could be Cartho Nassi. I'll give you that.
Ooh.
As long as he's something.
Yeah.
Dolph.
Lundgren.
Oh, yeah.
As
And Garrett, that works.
Canderous.
Yeah, I'd bring Garrett. That works
Candrus
back.
Orta?
Yeah. Could that
You know,
work?
That's not too bad.
Could that work?
Yeah.
John Cena?
Maybe.
More wrestlers.
Yeah.
Rick will like it.
Okay, who plays Darth Malak?
Rami Malek. No,
What?
sorry.
Okay, I know. What's his name?
Gary Oldman.
No. He's got to be... I mean,
guy
he doesn't
that-
have to be 7 feet tall, but he's got to have that, you know, command.
I can find him. The guy from the Count of Monte Cristo who... The other ship guy who betrays people? That jaw?
Guy Pearce?
No, not
Wait,
Guy
what are you
Pearce.
talking about?
Hold on, I gotta find him.
Yeah, the guy who betrays people.
Fucking Lincoln. What was his name?
Lincoln.
Yeah.
Oh,
Daniel Day-Lewis?
Daniel
Daniel
Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be some shit.
Make him.
You know what would be
If
the
they got
problem,
him to
though?
do
He
Star
would
Wars-
become a Sith Lord and kill
And
us
he
all.
would kill his apprentice. Yeah.
Wipe this pathetic planet from the face of the galaxy.
Wouldn't he be good though?
I mean, he'd be good for anything and everything, right?
Yeah. And you could cast him
My
as the
dumbass
queen.
almost
He'd
said,
be
"You
good.
gotta get Liam Neeson in it for something." I don't know why.
Oh man, that'd be good. Yeah, that could be fun. The D and I'm not. So I'm when it comes to exciting, I think I might be most excited about the Mandalorian. No, I'm most excited about Obi-Wan, then the Mandalorian, then Episode 9, then Kevin Feige, and I'm above all else is the Return of the Clone Wars.
Yeah, that's gonna be real good.
Yeah.
Is it only going to be one season?
He's
One
dead.
season.
Okay.
What? Who are you talking
He's
about?
dead. Some
What
guy.
guy?
Some guy. He's in
The guy with a chin. Man, you got pizza sauce in your beard. You got to get
fucking shit.
this guy.
Now it's all over your shirt.
He's the guy who tattled on them
Yeah, sure.
for, you know how one of their ship guys got sick and they went on the island? Like, he tried to tattle on them and saying, oh, what they did was a bad thing. And
Okay.
he wanted the promotion. And
Okay.
instead, Edmond Dantes got the promotion. He's like, you presume to demote me.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
That guy.
The shit's
It's been too long.
Yeah.
Dude,
you
that's a
shave
hell
his
of a
It
head.
rings a bell.
Yeah.
You shave. Yeah, Count of Monte Cristo is such a good fucking movie.
Good movie.
And the book is so much better.
Great book.
The book is so much better, but that's how great the movie is. It's still so
If
fucking
you like
good.
Well, if you like Jesus, then you'll like it because it's the same guy.
If you like Jesus.
But if you like Harry Potter, like Richard Harris, the first Dumbledore, he plays the priest in that.
Yep.
It is about speed. He's so good.
Power.
Yeah.
I'd give
And Guy Pearce is like, I love Guy Pearce, dude.
I'd give Danny Glover Jolie, right? Is that his name?
Oh.
Right? I think that works, right?
Yeah.
I think that like
Jolie Bindo or something like
right?
that.
And then there was another one named like Juhani.
Juhani. She was a Cathar.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm remembering this
Give
shit.
that to Halle Berry.
Yeah.
That is the name that popped into my head too.
Mission, and then there's another Wookiee.
Yeah. Mission.
T3.
Give Mission.
Dude, who plays HK-47?
See, I thought of Alan, but he's already got a droid, so I need someone else. Gilbert Godfrey. I don't know.
Gilbert Godfrey.
What?
Allow me back.
I mean, you can't, but
Um,
like Kevin Spacey would have been interesting.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to rack my brain for Darth Malak because I actually really like Malak.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
Who the fuck?
Chris Pratt. We're leaving off Bastila Shan. Who plays Bastila?
Bastila?
Yeah. Arguably the most important character in the game.
Fucking. What's her name?
Gal Gadot.
Who's that picture you had of that girl?
Her? Well,
Gal Gadot? She could probably pull it off, actually.
Thanks.
yeah,
could
she
pull it
probably
off.
could. I was going to say, what's her name from the Hunger Games franchise? Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence. I
J-Lo.
never really loved Jennifer Lawrence.
I've seen her some great stuff, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, like Silver Linings Playbook. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I love
I don't
that.
think I've ever
haven't seen
her in
it,
anything
but I
other
want
than
it.
the first 10 minutes of the Hunger Games,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which I shut off.
they're all right.
Okay.
The books are better.
Who would be? I'm
Battle
really
Royale is
trying
best.
to think of who's the best HK. I'm trying to think of who would be a good
Just
one.
get Alan Tudyk again.
I know this sounds weird, but like
Someone in chat said Jack Black.
I was gonna say like David Tennant. Can
Maybe.
you imagine his voice, like that the way he. I mean, he had to do it maybe in the accent, or I'm not sure, but like it's got to be somebody that has a lot of fun while murdering people. This is Darth Revan's droid. His hunter killer droid, but he's like, hello, meatbags.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill would be pretty good.
Hello.
Mark Hamill would be fun. Brendan Fraser as HK.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh shit, Travis Fimmel to play Malik,
Travis Fimmel.
who
Ooh.
played Ragnar.
Yeah, that might be pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that would be cool.
Dude,
He's shorter, but he could do it.
What about Sebastian Stan?
I don't
No,
know,
he's got to be.
He's gotta be a little-
be somebody else.
Yeah, he's busy.
Yeah.
I got him set aside for
Yeah.
another role.
Yeah.
And the chick who plays
My
Lagatha,
headcanon.
I want her to do something.
Okay.
She got to do something.
She's got to do something.
Okay.
Whatever I do, she's in it. I always said that
Her
about
and
Sim
James
Whitwer.
Vanderbeek.
Yeah.
What's with you in the Vanderbeeks?
I don't know.
Oh man.
That's
No,
cool.
Jason Isaacs. I want him to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he played a voice, but
Ooh. What about into the Black Sails actors?
Dude, get
Oh,
a
dude, man.
get
Captain
Malik
Flint
Steven?
might be good as Malik. Toby Stevens.
Yeah.
He has that.
I can't imagine Malik going on these long monologues though.
What? Have you played that game?
Yeah.
You have giant dialogue trees where you just talk to Malik. There's a whole scene
Forever.
where you don't even fight him. He just talks and he leaves.
yeah.
Toby
has great-
Stevens would be great.
He has great lines. I mean, and they would adapt it too. They wouldn't be like having.
It wouldn't be word for word.
But he could pull it off though.
The guy who plays Floki, he's got to do something too.
Yeah.
The Skarsgård?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
can
can't
imagine-
say the Skarsgård. They are legion.
The Skarsgård.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do like Toby Stevens and Malik could be cool.
That could be cool.
What about shoot. I can't think of the guy. Vane. I can't think of
Tom
Vane's
Welling.
real name.
Zach McGowan.
Yeah,
Zach
Zach
McGowan.
McGowan.
We need him in Star Wars somewhere.
Yeah, he's
somewhere.
Charles Dance as Malik. He's
Yeah,
so
him and
old
everything.
though.
Charles Dance as Malik.
man.
Charles Dance could play anything.
Charles Dance should be.
Revan.
Charles Dance
I want
is so-
Charles Dance to be Dooku somehow.
Dooku.
To share that role with another great actor.
I've been looking forward to this.
He could play.
I know.
Dooku.
He could, but you can't beat Christopher
No,
Lee.
you
And-
can't.
and because
It's-
he passed away.
And you don't. Yeah.
you don't recast that. I know,
Yeah.
but still.
And what they would do anyways, they would just fucking digitally recreate him.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have that.
Yep. And you could sing metal.
Anthony Hopkins.
Not
Ooh,
that
damn.
Michael suggests Anthony Starr, who plays Homelander.
He's.
He could play a hero or a villain.
Yeah, you got.
He should play-
Stuff. He might be a good Cartho Nasty, actually.
Michael Fassbender. Ooh,
Yeah.
he can do something.
Well,
All right.
all right. Speaking of people in roles, there's some people coming back to the Jurassic Park film.
I give it to
Okay, in the
series.
franchise.
Yes, Jurassic World 3 is bringing back Laura Dern,
Oh,
Sam
shit.
Neill,
Sam Neill.
and
What?
Jeff Goldblum
Jesus, really?
in key
I knew
roles.
that. I sent it to Rick. I just wanted
That's
to surprise.
amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. I didn't know about that.
Yes, they are set to reprise their iconic roles in Jurassic World 3.
That's one of the best things you can do.
Laura Dern only came back for like a really small cameo in 3, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's just like, yeah, that'd be good to have
That's
her
who-
back. And
that's who
she's
he
gotten-
called, right?
She's gotten into a lot of projects recently
Huh?
too.
I hope she's divorced from that fucking guy and her and Sam Neill.
Yeah,
Have this
That's who they
relationship.
called to
Yeah.
get the military and everybody
Yeah.
come in,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, that'd be good. Huh? I love
Dude,
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill is so great. Like I know
You know
you
what I'm thinking of?
Oh,
I'm thinking
yeah,
of right
he's
now, right?
amazing.
Oh,
What-
so good.
I think it's Sam
I'm
Neill.
thinking
What
of
do I
Peaky
think of?
Blinders. Is what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking
of.
Peaky Blinders too.
Really, I'm
He's a
thinking.
fuck.
I'm
He's
thinking,
a-
I'm
he's
thinking of
fucking
fucking Merlin, the NBC
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Oh, NBC
No.
Merlin, Sam
Well-
Neill is so good.
It's so good, but Eric, you have to watch
I need to
Peaky
watch.
Blinders.
I need to watch Peaky Blinders.
Yeah,
I want to watch that, and I want to
when I
watch.
talk about the
House
only
on
love
Haunting
that
Hill.
we get is the one we have to pay for.
Haunting of House Hill.
God.
You guys need to watch the new BBC Merlin. That one's pretty good too.
I've watched it. Yeah.
Is Sam Neill in it?
No.
Is the
No,
guy
he's
that plays
not.
Merlin as good as Sam Neill?
He's younger.
No.
He's
I would
a
can't-
young
no, he's
Merlin.
I
not.
mean,
would not.
he's very
Is
different.
he as good as a guy who played a young Sam Neill in Merlin?
You know, I've
That guy's
seen
good. He's cutting
I've
his
seen clips
hand.
of that shows, and it reminds me. I used to read a book series when I was like in junior high called The Young Adventures of Merlin. It reminds me of that.
It's like the Young Adventures of Hercules with Ryan Gosling.
Oh yeah, he was in it.
Yeah, he was, wasn't
He was Hercules.
I keep forgetting that was him.
Ryan Gosling played Hercules in the Young Hercules like TV series,
Holy crap!
which all took place before the Kevin Sorbo Hercules series
Yeah.
and movies.
Who would play like a crappy, arrogant guy who wouldn't listen to the protagonist, and the protagonist would end up being right later?
Protagonist.
Yeah.
Cillian Murphy.
I know he'd be great. He would be. I think it'd be. You know who?
He
Sam-
would play that, right?
Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
No, you know what I think would be perfect? The guy who plays Kenny Banya, Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
That guy.
That's not a name.
Yeah.
Banya.
That's not an actor's
Go,
name.
Jerry. Go.
Hey, you take me to a place like Mindy's.
That guy would play a good like Aaron. If you do a Blind Wave movie.
What? Chris Pratt's playing me.
Oh, okay, I forgot.
Chris Pratt could be a good Aaron.
He'd have to really stretch.
What?
Show his range. Oh man.
Now I think
Guy
of
plays
Sam
me
Neill in
as
Star
Stretch.
Wars, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Would
dude,
Sam Neill
that's
be
so
a
cool,
Jedi or a Sith?
Yeah. A Jedi.
But you've watched Peaky Blinders, you'd be a great
I'm
Sith.
sure he would. You know what? I don't want to like typecast people. I mean, but I would like.
That's what we're
I
doing
like
right
Sam
now.
Neill to
That's exactly what we're doing.
like
Yeah.
whenever he's taking care of those kids, you know, like and he'd
Oh,
be a
yeah.
good Jedi.
I get you.
Yeah, anyway, so yeah, like I like the new Jurassic World movies. I mean, obviously the first one's the best, and I actually love The Lost World, and I don't mind 3. But having these guys back is definitely like a smart fucking move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love Sam Neill, and yeah.
And that's a huge get too.
yeah.
Like,
Jeff wasn't the last one, wasn't he?
for like 5 seconds.
yeah,
Oh,
he was,
really?
He was in the courtroom.
I haven't seen it.
You
so
haven't seen
I
the
don't know
last
what you mean.
one.
I mean,
I haven't
pretty
seen
much.
any
I,
of the worlds.
I kind of want to
Yeah, I don't know how
say
long.
like why that's so exciting because of how that movie ends up.
Yeah.
But
Who hasn't seen it?
you have,
Just me
you
and
two
Rick.
haven't seen it.
haven't seen it.
So
We should put that on a poll.
We should.
Is it any good?
no.
Okay, we'll watch it separately.
That is
I
Eric's.
like the first half. I don't like the second
Yeah.
half.
I mean, Jurassic World I thought was decent. It was pretty good. I actually like the 5th one, and one reason why I like it so much is because they try to go small story. They try to go
Second one.
Well, yeah, the
Second Jurassic World.
Yeah.
5th
they
in the
do
franchise,
like a
right?
ton of
This is like kind of like a rebootish
yeah,
thing,
they
right?
do a ton of
Kinda.
practical effects, and I mean, I don't love the story as much, but I love like the moments. You know what I mean? I love the music, and yeah, I just love it. It's legit scary and practical, and
Well, I'll
they
try to
use
watch
real-
the second
yeah.
one. Prepare for the third one.
But the way it ends, it's like, wait, what the hell are they going to do with the 6th one? But as long as you bring back Sam Neill, you can do anything.
That's true.
You can.
I'll go see it because of those 3 characters.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Bring back Tim. Damn it. Sorry. Go ahead. Tim, the kid.
No, that guy.
Yeah.
He's like a lawyer or some shit now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's not an actor
Yeah.
anymore.
I was thinking of the guy who was
Really?
parachuting in the third movie.
He's something, but he's not an actor.
I mean, he was in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Parachuting. Oh,
Yeah, remember
okay,
him?
yeah,
The guy
yeah.
who like stole the eggs or whatever?
Yeah, yeah.
That kid?
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't a kid, but
That was Jack Courtney, wasn't it?
was it Jack Courtney?
that
Yeah, I
was
think
Jack
it was
Courtney.
Jack Courtney.
That was
You're
Jack
right.
Courtney before I knew Jack Courtney was.
Mm-hmm.
Then I watched Spartacus.
And William H. Macy's in there.
They need to bring back Dennis Nedry, who they cloned.
And they mix him with,
They need to bring back
they
Dwayne
mix him with
Knight.
the Dilophosaurus, so he goes.
No, he makes that scream.
Oh,
That'd be
man.
great.
And then he gets ran over.
I'll run you over. Can I come back down? Look at me. I got nothing on me. All right.
Well, that was good news and bad news. It is reported by the Hollywood Reporter that the Ghost Rider will not ride again.
I did see this.
Yeah, Disney-owned
Like,
Hulu
the series
opted
is
to
going-
scrap its
What?
live-action Marvel drama some 4 months after the project was picked up.
Dang it.
Sources note creative issues stalled the series, which was to feature Gabriel Luna reprising his fan-favorite role from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's so...
I know.
That sucks.
For those of you that don't realize why that sucks, it's because you have not watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4,
Yeah.
which is the best season of superhero shows that I've probably ever seen. And
Four
that
is
includes... I love The Boys, but that might include The Boys. The Boys is amazing.
Yeah.
But that season of S.H.I.E.L.D. is so well crafted in terms of storylines and how things converge that I can't believe it.
Yeah.
What about My Hero Academia?
Yeah. I love My Hero. My Hero has better single moments. This has an amazing season.
Yeah, it has a great season where it weaves in and out all these different ideas, stories, and themes, and they all just keep converging into like
use
a
so many
solid
good
story
things.
that like if you're watching it, you're just like, man, how's this? And then they all everything comes together. And you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Can you start with Season 4? You have to start with Season 1.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend it because
Me either, yeah.
it's better to have the connection to these characters that you've been watching for 3 seasons. But I mean, if you're never gonna watch the other seasons, I'd rather you at least watch season 4.
I mean, it's like, could you watch season 3 of My Hero? Maybe, but it wouldn't be as good when you got to the All for One,
Yeah.
unless you watched it leading up.
Apparently, Hellstrom is still moving forward.
We'll
The
see.
other live
Hellstrom?
action.
Well, I'm not as interested in that one.
No, that's the one I've heard nothing about.
We'll see. There's this thing going on with Marvel right now where, Marvel Studios is handling all the not D23, but
D20.
all the Disney Plus stuff, right? Which is all going to be firmly in the MCU, handled with the same actors coming back and all that stuff. But then you also have, Marvel Television going with Hulu, and I think, are they still doing like Runaways and on Amazon?
And then like Runaways and Cloak and Dagger.
and Cloak and Dagger on Freeform, I think,
Something like
those
that.
are still going on. Obviously, Netflix has dropped all the Defenders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where, like, okay, well, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will be, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still on ABC. So, like, there's, maybe, this is just my wish. I don't have anything to back it up, but maybe them canceling this on Hulu is an indication of, like, we need to consolidate. We have all these things spread out, and
So they
one of
start-
Marvel's greatest things is this interconnected universe.
So they start, like, don't start this on that
Yeah.
channel. Let's hold off, and then we'll wait, and then eventually we'll bring everything to our streaming service.
Yeah.
And then everything's there, and you can easily watch it and see how connected everything
Yeah.
is.
Maybe you do something like that.
I mean, I would love to see Ghost Rider, like Gabriel. He was really good with that character.
He was
so, like,
so good with that character.
to be canceling that show made me sad, but
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see him in the new Terminator movie and
We
see
will,
how that is
yeah.
and stuff. But like, I don't know. I'm sad not to be able to have a TV series with that guy because he was good.
I mean, for being an unknown actor, I'd never seen him in
Yeah.
anything. Like, his performance just in the first episode of season 4 is just like, holy shit, who the hell is this guy?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, it's so good. I'm just thinking of all the lines I want to quote, but I shouldn't. They're probably okay out of
Chica.
context.
I'm not the one who decides,
I'm
Chica.
not the one who decides, Chica.
Damn it, Cal, how you know that?
Because I said it so many
Punisher.
times.
That's
Damn
why.
it fit in there so well. I'm not
My
the
favorite
one who
line-
decides, Madani.
My
That's
favorite
right.
line, I won't tell you
Stand
what
him away,
character says it,
Madani.
but it's just like, there's a line where it's like, you can't kill me. He's like, I know, but he can. And you're like, what? I remember that so clearly in my head. So good.
I'm picturing one scene on like a highway.
Yeah.
I'm picturing that in my head right now. It's so good.
Remember the prison scene?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah, yeah.
shit! The prisoners just. Oh man! So that is really unfortunate, but there's a small part of me that has this, conspiracy theory that
Reserved
really what they're going to do is pull back the curtain, and all of the guys that were all here are all right here.
I would love that, especially if they
too.
can somehow keep. Like, I love those actors, and
Yeah.
if you keep like, hey, those stories you saw before, they're still real,
Yeah.
but now they're over here, And if you kind of have like a soft rebooty kind of thing,
Yeah, and
where
I-
like people can jump in now,
Yeah.
but they still have those stories from before somehow. You
And
know?
I understand some people being like, well, this isn't Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider that everybody's familiar with because, he has the bike and stuff, and this is Robbie Reyes, and he has the Charger, But and I remember thinking that whenever we first watched S.H.I.E.L.D., I remember being like, well, it's not the real Ghost Rider. And then I'm like, holy shit.
You're so wrong.
Fuck the other Ghost Rider. Fuck him hard.
Yeah, you're so wrong.
Yeah.
Nick Cage, Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
And the way they did that too is like maybe they could also somehow have more stories with other Ghost Riders instead, and
Yeah.
leave that Robbie Reyes where he was,
Exactly.
and like, well, now we'll tell this story.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Hopefully.
Cool stuff.
But no, that's sad to hear.
that is sad to hear.
All right, so I've got some stuff on Discord.
Okay.
Those news articles were sent as well, but this is some more random things.
Okay.
So CNN Travel, apparently a California company called the Gateway Foundation has released plans for the Von Braun Station, a cruise-style ship floating amongst the stars.
Oh.
Von Braun, like Warner Von Braun?
I
Von?
don't know.
The
Von
Nazi,
Braun?
The Nazi? But you guys ever
I
see
mean-
October Sky? Did you see that movie?
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't remember
Wait.
it, but yeah.
Is that?
You know.
With
Jake
Toby-
Gyllenhaal and
Yeah,
Jake
fuck yeah, I've
Gyllenhaal.
seen that.
I almost said Toby Maguire. Jake Gyllenhaal, yeah.
really can't
The guy
remember.
that he looks up to and wants to meet, and he finally does.
and he's trying to shoot rockets up in the air and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Von Braun was one of those. He was a Nazi rocket scientist, but during
defected.
Project whatever, not necessarily. It's just that when the war was won, they brought over their best.
Yes.
Yeah.
The aim is to get the hotel off the ground by 2025 and make it fully operational
It's
for
a
travel
hotel?
by
It's a-
2027.
It's a space station.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Space Station Hotel.
And here's some.
What company is doing this? Because I mean, we're in the middle of this new space. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be $200,000.
Oh, you
A
were
night.
way off, Eric.
No?
Way off. No.
Well, because Virgin.
A million.
So Virgin
Airlines-
Galactic,
yeah, Galactic.
is offering
Like talking about
suborbital
you.
space at a sum of
So
$250,000 per person per trip.
Okay.
This hotel will cost an eye-watering $9.5 million.
Jeez.
Okay. Discord. I know we've asked a lot. But come on, vlog in space.
Dude, that is ridiculous.
That is insane.
Who is their budget towards?
Well, to the supremely rich, but this is how these things kind of go.
It's like to the top 1%.
you do
To the
that,
Richard Garriots.
You do that until everything becomes cheaper, and then 10,000 people later that have done it. Now it's more affordable for people for $10,000.
Yeah,
And
when
you know
they,
what they're
when
gonna
they
pay it.
install those water pumps that,
Yeah.
that
You know what?
go into space.
You send all the rich people up there, and then when it blows up, because it's
Yeah.
the first time they've done it, now
Well-
their money can get distributed through the rest of the world.
That's not how that works.
No,
just
unfortunately,
take their money and just give them
unfortunately, what it is the rich people are poisoning our planet, and they're going to create the space station, live up there, as we can't breathe.
Here's kind of
Damn it, that
what
might be
it looks
right.
like from a profile.
That's crazy, dude.
So as you get closer into the center, there is no artificial gravity.
So you float
because
around.
it's turning, it's
Yeah.
creating that.
So
gravity.
you
It's
float.
creating-
so
yeah,
you float
centripetal
around.
force.
I want to float around.
do that.
It's like
Floating around.
Xenon, the girl of the 21st century, man.
So,
In the 21st
is it close to like 1G at
Zoom,
the
zoom,
outside
zoom.
radius? So you have to climb a ladder up to the axis, and then fall back down. That would be cool.
Yes.
Like, it would start slow, and then you would start speeding up, and then you would land at like 1G, but you would only be moving like not
Who's going to
super
be the
fast.
first asshole to?
Break their leg in
jump?
space.
Yeah.
I would try it. That
We
sounds
can
fun.
Sue NASA.
You think they'll have
It's
like,
not NASA.
I know.
Damn it, NASA didn't do this space research to know that I would fall
I
in
would be
space.
so annoying up there because everything that's there, I would call it space. That thing. Like if they had guards, I'd be
The
like,
space book.
I'd be
The
like, you
space
guys
guards.
are space guards.
You're guarding space.
Yeah. Like this is a space napkin.
Space.
I'm gonna go take a space shit.
Space toaster.
Yeah.
You brought a gun
In
to
the space toilet.
It's a space gun.
Wait, if you take clothes, is that space clothes?
Space clothes. Well, they are now. You could bring them
Yeah.
home and be like, these were in space.
They're space clothes.
But are they still space clothes when you bring them back
I can
home?
take my Black Series up there and make my Space Black Series. You know how much they would double in value?
Could you imagine, like, you're like, I took these clone troopers were in space.
in space.
Look, I took. And you have pictures of them in space, like floating around.
I'd be like, here's a spaceman. They'd be like, that's what? Yeah, he's a clone. We know he's a spaceman. No, this clone was in space.
Shane sent me an article on IGN. Why George Lucas was disappointed with Star Wars The Force Awakens, according to Disney CEO Bob Iger.
Yeah, I did see this article. Not this article, but I did see the news report about this.
Is this recent?
Well, Bob Iger put out
A memoir.
yeah, he wrote a book, and in it he talks about some things with George Lucas and the transfer from stuff. So.
In each of the films in the original trilogy, it was important to Lucas to present new worlds, new stories, new characters, and new technologies. In this one, he said there weren't enough visual or technical leaps forward. Talking about Episode 7.
Yeah.
That's true.
And that's definitely true, but I mean, like, I think Bob Iger had a pretty great response to that.
Yeah, he says he wasn't wrong, but he also wasn't appreciating the pressure we were under to give ardent fans a film that was quintessentially Star Wars. We'd intentionally created a world that was visually and tonally connected to the earlier films to not stray too far from what people loved and expected. George was criticizing us for the very thing we were trying to do.
See, I'm of two minds of this. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the other thing is I feel like movie-wise, we're kind of starting to also get into like the video game territory.
Yeah.
Where like when you go from Super Nintendo to Nintendo 64,
Yeah.
it's a drastic difference. But then as you keep going from there, each leap forward isn't quite as impressive as what we used to have like in movies back in the 70s or whatever, you know? Like they've jumped, leaps and bounds now. Now it's like, well, what more can we do? They're making CGI characters that look almost real, you know? Like there are these backgrounds and stuff that seem like that. Well, I'm actually on this planet. That's what I'm seeing. It's all real. So like what's the next step? And is the next step really that big of a step? Or is it more of just kind of a little tiptoe, you know?
With Star Wars, he always created new technology. Especially, you know what I mean? Like with the prequels, he did that. Like James Cameron, obviously with Titanic, he created new technology. With Avatar, he certainly created new technology.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I mean, so like,
but maybe I'm also wrong in that sense because in that thought process of like, well, I mean, how much further can you go? People probably said that back in the 70s. Of like, well, how much further can you go? We're filming on a mountain. Like, you can't go much further than that. But
you can make a fake mountain. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they started pushing more. So I mean, maybe not 100% right in there, but I do think the next leaps are going to be not as big as the previous leaps.
But I think more on the surface level, like what Lucas is saying there too, is like, well, whenever you do one of these movies, you want to show something new, not just create new ways of doing it. But like, we now we can actually talk about this. Like when we first show up on Jakku, and you're like, wait, where are we? We Tatooine, you know? And that's everybody's first thought because we've seen this. We've seen this like landscape, you know?
Sure.
Lucas would never have done that. He will create some crazy shit to show you.
And it might not work.
Somewhere completely
but it'll be different.
But it'll be different.
Yeah.
And so I'm of two minds of this. My first mind is like, I understand what Bob Iger and Disney were trying to do with what they were doing with The Force Awakens. And I think they made a good movie.
Yeah.
But the other side of this is, you know, you don't tell what Star Wars is. You don't tell George Lucas what Star Wars is, you know? He was like, well, George, we're doing Star Wars the better way. And he's like, for better or for worse, George Lucas knows what Star Wars is.
Yeah.
And the other part of this article that I thought was really interesting is that, you know, when they made the sale, that included 3 story treatments for 3 movies that Lucas had developed.
Yeah.
You know? And when Bob Iger, you know, made the deal and stuff, they bought the rights to those story treatments, but he didn't include in there that we must use them, you know? So whenever they hired
Michael
Arndt, you know, the Toy Story 3 writer, right?
Yeah, and
when
Sunshine.
Yeah, and he's a great writer, but he went over 6, 7, 8 months writing, and then eventually got to the point where they're like, hey, you got to pull off on your deadline because we're not going to be able to do this right. We still got to, you know, get these stories correct and stuff like that. And then Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger are like, no, we have a deadline. We're going to bring people in that are going to do it. You know, so they brought in Lawrence Kasdan, who was the screenwriter of Empire and Return of the Jedi, and they brought in J.J. Abrams. And, you know, even Abrams wanted more time to finish, but they stuck on their 2015 release date. And while they were doing that, you know, Lucas kind of just thought they were going to do the story that he had written for them. Yeah. So one of their first meetings with JJ and Lawrence was, all right, and then here's the story we have so far. And Lucas, he said that, you know, Iger says that Lucas felt betrayed that they didn't tell him they were changing things, but 2, they weren't using the story treatments, you know. Because say what you will about Lucas in terms of being a actor, director, and a screenwriter, the dude can build worlds. Like, he's built literal universe, you know? Like, and go with his stories and adapt those is what people were talking about.
Take what you had before. Because like you said, like, going to a desert world, he wouldn't do that. Yeah. But he did. But the desert world you went to was the same one you saw before, you know? So, like, he's not going to go to the same place and be like, well, where are we? Well, it's a new place, but it looks the same as the other place.
But to go on the other side of the fence and kind of clap back at that is, like, when it comes to the story treatments that he made, like elements of those stories are still in there.
Yeah,
like, there was
like the big stuff.
Yeah, there was this Jedi killer character that became Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
There was the female Jedi protagonist that became
Rey.
And there was, and we've seen it at the end of The Force Awakens. Again, Rick hasn't seen Last Jedi, but Luke in exile. You know?
Luke was in exile, and
Like-
there's also like stuff with like one of the twins' children being to the dark side. So the big stuff is there.
The big stuff is there. They just kind of like, well, we're not going to go into. Apparently, what it is some kind of like microscopic world of the midichlorians. They're like, we want to stay away from
They were
that.
going to talk about the journal, like the wills.
And the Journal of the Wills and all that stuff.
Like the wills is something that's been there since 1977, like in George's head.
Yeah.
So we see a little bit of some of the animated series. They talk about it, but he wanted to go into it in the movies more.
So I mean, I definitely see. Like, I'm disappointed I don't get to see George Lucas's
his next worlds would have
I
been
would
and
have liked
stuff.
to have seen that. However, I am one of the ones that's liking, especially 7. I have some problems with 8, but I'm really looking forward to 9. And I don't think I can judge 7 or 8 without seeing 9 yet.
Yeah. And
so
I also really enjoyed, Rogue One and
too.
Solo, which were stories unrelated to things that George Lucas wrote. But I thought they were good stories, and I had fun watching them.
Absolutely.
I don't know if they were just saying this to please people, but supposedly George consulted heavily with 9 as well.
Absolutely.
So-
Mandalorian and then 9.
Yeah, and obviously Mandalorian, but yeah.
So I mean, I think that's the thing is that when did Disney buy Lucasfilm?
14, I think.
2014.
13, I don't know. Yeah.
They still were going like, hey, we're staying away from the prequels. We understand fans. You don't like midichlorians,
Yeah.
And they're going, okay.
Well, that's why they would rewrite an entire thing if it talked about midichlorians
Yeah.
in the sequel trilogy,
Yeah.
And, during that kind of time, you still had, and you still have, but you have a lot of hate for the way George took the prequels, and they're thinking, oh, we're going to change things. But now it seems like the thing has completely shifted, and people are like, George never did any wrong. Why are you guys going after him?
Exactly.
And I'm just thinking, like, I never said he did wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway, when it comes to like the comments with Bob Iger, I mean, I think that he was just being honest, and he put that in his book, and unfortunately, it became this like kind of big news story. And then they're like, okay, we're bringing in Feige.
Yeah. Well, George has tried to retract a lot of the stuff because he's gone on to say, like, I like the New Hope. And then he said it's exactly what a lot of the fans want to see.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of those people will like it. That's kind of what he
Sure.
said, which sounds like, oh well,
Sure.
some of these older fans will like it, but
Yeah.
It's like
not the movie.
It's like they're pandering to those
I mean, what they were after
specific
was
people rather than.
making a movie that felt like original trilogy, but updated to like what the prequels had and stuff, So like they're trying to find the best of both worlds without being like, well, now this feels like the prequel movie instead of feeling like original trilogy or after.
I mean, it's that, and it's also for the new generation, which, Star Wars is about generations, not just in the stories, but it's fans. The new generation, Disney felt that they needed to, okay, you guys are going to watch this movie. Now, do you understand what Star Wars is about? Do you feel the same way kids in 77 or kids in 2003 did? It's like, yeah, kind of. It's kind of like the same structure and stuff, but I think I get it. Let's move on and tell some stories, So I thought that was a really good jumping off point.
Yeah.
And while I think there has been stumblings, especially, I mean, even Bob Iger admits, like, they went way too hard, way too fast.
Releasing like a movie a year.
Yeah, like going from Last Jedi to Solo only, 6 months later?
Yeah.
That's what tanked Solo's, numbers. People didn't even know Solo was out.
What they should have done was, they should have stuck with, if they were going to do one a year, stuck with the holiday release.
They should have.
And just given themselves a year until the next Star Wars movie, rather than trying to stagger them more like the Marvel movies and stuff. Because even at least those, sure, it's in the same universe, but like they're much more separate. And you're like, oh man, that's not. You're just seeing Star Wars
And they're
versus
different.
like versus seeing like Ant-Man, Black Panther,
Well, and they're very
Guardians of the
different,
Galaxy.
like tonally, and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So it's I think they should have spaced it out a little bit more, and I think that would have helped Solo a lot more.
Agreed. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not a hater. I could see a lot of haters being like, they're, I've seen, videos and headlines of people being like, Disney betrays Lucas, It's like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they betrayed him. The dude got $4 billion. You think he's like,
Yeah.
wiping away tears?
And they're still renting from him.
$100 bills. Yeah. They do. He still owns the Lucas Ranch and everything. They just rent it.
Yeah. And he's still on the board or something. Yeah, he's involved.
Something like that, yeah. Anyway, again, also not really the stuff that like I'm super interested in. I just like the stories,
Yeah.
So the behind the scenes stuff. I mean, I love George Lucas, but you give what's the death of the author? That trope of like, you give somebody enough time with it, they'll eventually ruin what they started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Vince McMahon.
Yeah. And that's also.
I knew that it
Up
was going
to.
to come around to that somehow.
We gotta get back to.
And speaking of,
back to wrestling.
No, that's all I got. We're
saw
10 minutes till.
I saw a video yesterday of Donald Trump shaving Vince McMahon's head.
Yeah.
So funny.
What?
I mean, that happened years ago.
Yeah,
but
it was years ago,
yes.
but it's Vince McMahon like crying, and Donald Trump was like laughing and shaving his head. And I was like, "This is great." Obama never did any of this.
He was on Bear Grylls though.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
show
he
you.
was, but he didn't shave his head.
Because he didn't pay Vince McMahon millions of dollars to do it.
Obama was on what's that Galifianakis like show that he had?
Between two ferns.
Yeah, wasn't
while
it
he was president.
Obama was on that.
He went on there to promote healthcare.gov, right?
Yeah, remember when Obama was in that? It was a BuzzFeed like thing where everyone's
Oh,
like, "Thanks,
yeah.
Obama." And he goes to
Yeah.
dip some Oreos in a cookie and it doesn't fit. He's like, "Thanks, Obama." Like,
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. Some
I
funny
think
things.
I love Between Two Ferns. Like it's one of the best.
They
like,
have
little
a
shows.
Between Two Ferns movie on Netflix right now.
Is it just a compilation or is it
I don't
new
know.
stuff?
I just saw Between Two
Gotcha.
Ferns the movie
I'll have to
is
check
all it
that out.
said. I don't know what it is though. But yeah, I saw that. So recently, this past week, I watched The Meg for one, which was fun. It's just kind of
Oh,
one
you
of
hadn't
those.
seen it before?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh.
So I watched that, which I was fun. I enjoyed it.
It was stupid, but it was awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed
Like,
it.
like the character choices in that movie are stupid.
Yes.
And I'm going like, what the fuck? Like, I watch it with Jan. It's like, what the hell is going on? Why would they do that? She's like, just watch.
Yeah, I just had fun just watching.
It was a lot of fun.
I like going home and like trying to watch things where I can turn my brain off.
Yeah.
And not like
You have
think
to on that movie.
and not be like, well, how am I reacting to this or
Yeah.
nothing like that. Like just like watch this movie and
Yeah.
fucking people getting eaten.
Exactly.
Like watch
Shark
out.
eat people.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
And there's like a spaceship kind of thing flying around underwater. Like I love that. Like that was great.
Yeah.
And Jason Statham got a chance to like show off his swimming skills because he used to be like a diver
Yeah.
back before he was an actor.
He used to be a
Before he
background
was a
dancer in
stuntman,
music
too.
videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So,
Those
uh,
are amazing.
It's got some moves.
But before we watched The Meg earlier in the week, I watched a movie where I wanted to turn my brain off and just enjoy, but I couldn't because I was trying to understand it. And I think it's either a very weird movie
Okay.
or it's a movie that's too smart for me.
I'm curious.
Lucy.
Never saw it.
It's
Scarlett
Johansson?
Johansson.
It stars Scarlett
I
Johansson.
never saw it.
And it's Melanie. When we first started watching, she goes, "Is this like an independent film?" And I was like, "I don't think so. I don't think it is. Like, look, there's Scarlett Johansson. Oh, there's Morgan Freeman.
I know
like,
it was a smaller budget, but
and it's just a very, I don't know. It was a very strange movie, and Melanie like was just like done like
that where she's an
20
alien?
minutes 20 minutes in. But I'm like watching. I'm like, okay, like where are they going with this? What are they doing with this? And it gets to the end of it, and I'm like, okay, what does it mean? Like that's kind of where we hit with it, and I'm just like, I don't know what I think of this movie.
Sure.
So either it was, I don't know the message it wanted to tell necessarily. So I'm like, either it's not done well, or it's done extremely well, and I'm too dumb
Sure.
to understand.
Is it like
I heard
is it
it
like
was-
Akira?
I heard it was an American version of Elf and Lied, the anime. Which
Really?
is a very heady anime.
I mean,
Oh.
maybe. I mean, it could have been like someone took inspiration from that and like, all right, I'm gonna do this here. But a lot of the concepts it has is about humans using more than like the 10% of their
Yeah.
brain thing, right? Like what happens when they can unlock 20, 30, 40, 100, like what happens then? So
Yeah.
that's like the concept of the movie, but it's,
well, that's
I don't-
Limitless.
Fucking
I
Limitless.
don't know. I haven't seen
Bradley
Limitless.
Cooper.
I haven't
Oh,
seen
yeah.
it.
That's you go watch. That's a good movie.
Limitless is good.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Um, Shay, I watched last night and bawled my eyes out watching.
Dragonheart.
Yep. No.
All right.
I just randomly watched the Lost finale.
Oh,
the,
dude,
last,
I was
the last two episodes, like on Hulu, they have it like as uncut, so you can just watch the last two
It's
episodes.
on Hulu.
Yeah.
Lost is?
Lost is.
Jesus.
I know.
What have you been doing, Shane? Go watch
I've been
Lost.
wanting to rewatch it so bad.
Well,
I'm
just
try-
hold
I'm
on.
I
trying
want to too.
I'm trying to get one of my friends to watch it with
Try to
me.
get my friend to watch.
And God, it's so fucking good.
I don't want to talk about it too much. I just like last night I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna watch this. And 2 hours later I was like, oh, Michael Giacchino.
What's this?
fucking
just-
music and
I looked over to see the chat, and I just see this.
Eric brought it up.
Oh yeah, go watch it.
It's like Stone Cold holding his head in place.
what happened?
It's
But
frozen.
why?
I don't know, Rick.
Rick, when you fix this, it'll be a good day.
We should just get a new laptop.
Fabulous.
That's our president.
Yep, that's our president.
oh my God.
Oh man, it'd be great if Stone Cold was our president,
Would it?
wouldn't it?
I don't know.
I'm not so
Imagine-
sure.
I don't know about that.
Oh man,
He's got a scandal though.
he like does promos back to like foreign governments,
He does what?
He cuts promos responding to
Yeah.
foreign government.
Yeah.
He does like the Stone Cold Stunner.
Yeah.
As much as I love him, he still is a wife beater.
Yeah.
Sure, no, I get you. I just, if we're going to be in the realm of Donald Trump and just entertainment as politics.
Who else should be up?
That's all it is, man.
Let's find a
anyways.
couple. Let's do The Rock.
The
Yeah,
Rock.
Rock would be pretty good actually.
What about the
Be handsome as hell.
Captain America?
What?
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans is pretty involved in politics actually.
Yeah,
there you
he
go.
is,
Throw him
actually.
in there. I couldn't think of his real name, but I'm like,
Yeah.
Captain America, that guy. Put him in there.
I mean, that would be a hell
'Cause-
of a campaign.
Yeah, because Scarlett Johansson's in different politics stuff too.
Yeah.
I see her in a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. So, but no, yeah, I'd say Chris Evans. Give him that. I don't know what he thinks, but
Yeah.
he seems nice in the movies.
Well, whatever it is. yeah, that's all that matters.
So I picked out some
Fucking Reagan,
questions.
man.
I picked out some questions as chat's been going along, and we have a few that were attached to bits and donations as well.
Okay.
We have a question. Prime Will Potter. I have a job interview at a CVS tomorrow. Does
Okay.
anyone have any tips?
You need to tell them to quit giving me such a long damn receipt.
They're so
What?
long.
No,
The-
for the
the
interview. For the
CVS
interview, not tips
No.
to give
No,
CVS.
you say, fuck you, make your receipts less short, I'll come back.
You come in with your interview like, I got plenty of ideas of what to change here.
Yeah.
One, shorter receipts. It's gonna save us
You know
money.
how many trees they kill
make
for those
customers happy.
things?
You should bring your resume in on a CVS receipt.
Bring a couple copies.
I'm sure it fits just fine.
Oh my god, that Walmart or Kmart, man. We go to
Kmart is
they're like,
ridiculous.
I look at the lady and I go, throw this away, and I leave. I get angry. The waste. It's such a waste.
What if you want to return it?
I don't want to return anything.
What if you do?
I never buy anything.
But
I'm going to return.
You bought a Black Series, didn't you?
You should bring your own.
No, it was a Marvel Legend.
But
You
I
should
would
bring your own scissors and cut off like the top bit that's actually important and just give them back the rest.
Yeah, but the barcode to scan for the return is on the bottom.
Fuck it, man.
Just
no.
cut out the middle, like 5/7 of it, and tape the two ends together. That's all you need.
I would say the biggest thing is just to make sure that you dress reasonably
Yes.
and shake their hands and make sure you speak clearly. And the biggest thing is like when you first walk in, you want to make sure that they're getting a good impression from you. Because I remember at Radio Shack
Absolutely.
doing interviews and stuff, and after someone left, like, the fuck, that guy just wore shorts, had flip flops on, and I don't even know why he was here. You know, like,
We had a guy that was
looked like
zipped
you're
up.
yeah, look like you're trying to come in because you want the job,
And
but don't necessarily overdo it.
and you don't need to pretend like you know everything or you're super qualified. What people want to see is they want to see that you're really willing to listen and learn,
Yeah.
especially in a job like that. Like, I mean, whenever I would do like pizza and stuff like that, if somebody came in and it's like, oh yeah, I know everything, but then they didn't do it, or they like refused to learn new things, like
Yeah.
that was a problem.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that like, pay attention. You learn it once. You don't gotta, expect me to know it, but you just gotta tell me how to do it one time.
Mainly looked for people. I remember at Radio Shack, like looking for people who were willing to work was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Like someone who was too overeager or too undereager, like usually didn't get it. You wanted someone kind of in the middle who was willing to learn the new things, not someone who was a know-it-all.
Yeah.
And then someone who was also willing to do whatever it was. Like, would you sweep the floors? Would you clean the
Yeah.
bathrooms? Like, yeah, hell yeah. And then that helps you get the job because it seems like you're more willing to do whatever to get the job for the
Yeah.
job rather than, well, no, I'm not going to do those. I don't want to
Sure.
do that. I'm not interested in that.
And it's not really interview advice, but like just the job advice that I've always tried to do myself or tell other people is like, just make people glad that you're there. Like whenever
Yeah.
you're like, oh man, I'm working with Eric on Thursday. Oh, okay, that's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah. And
Not,
make
not
sure-
that you have to like goof off or anything, but like you're gonna handle what you need to handle when you become invaluable, and that way when you're not there, they notice.
Yeah. Prepare some thoughts of like what you think about yourself.
Yeah.
Because there's several interviews I've been in or that I've given where questions are like, if you're going to describe yourself or what is your weakness, and
Yeah.
try to make sure that you have some weaknesses.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then try to say like, these are things I want to, I want to work on or whatever. But don't be like, I don't have any weaknesses, because everyone does. Make sure that you can show like, I can see where I have issues that I need to work on more.
I just laughed when they asked that question.
Weakness.
I'll fight all of Marietta with one hand tied behind my back.
And then the next day you had the job.
Kind of how it worked. All right. Thoughts on the limited series release of the Are You Afraid of the Dark, airing October 11th?
What?
Will you watch
Huh?
it?
I didn't know that was coming back.
No.
Did I know that was coming back?
Now you know.
I don't recall that coming back.
Yeah.
I used to watch Are
Well,
You
it's
for the
not
Dark
back yet.
all the time.
I did too, but I don't remember any stories from it. I just remember the campfire and the.
Yeah, I remember the
I have
campfire.
not watched
I
any
remember
of it.
one about like some kind of fortune teller thing, and I remember another one about you go down in the basement and there's this thing that was gonna eat you and you had to
Sure.
hide. Oh, jeez.
I think it's cool. I don't think we need to like bring everything back that's ever been.
What?
But that seems to be.
You mean like
No.
Walker, Texas Ranger?
Things
That's good.
should never end. They brought
mean,
back
they-
Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh no! Sometimes
mean-
things should end.
Things should end.
No, not good things. Not
Everything that has a beginning
good thing.
has an end.
All right, what's next?
I've really enjoyed watching the guys go through Breaking Bad. I don't know if I'm
We're not done yet.
I don't know if I'm overreacting, but I think Breaking Bad is moving above Game of Thrones as my favorite show of all time.
It's a really good show.
I like
it
Breaking Bad a
surpassed
lot.
it,
would
definitely.
Put it, I mean, I love Game of Thrones, but I would put it above Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I love Breaking Bad a lot.
Like the
Especially,
story, the writing is much better.
Man, I'm
than
really
Game of
excited
Thrones.
for you guys. to
There's
finish
so
out
many
the
moments
story.
that I'm like, oh god, what are we doing? I don't why.
It can go anywhere.
Yeah. No, it's
That's
good.
the thing. I have so
Yeah.
many issues trying to figure out what's going to happen sometimes. Other times I can get it just fine, and then sometimes I'm like, I don't know what the hell to expect next.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
Is it this? Is it this? Is it this?
It definitely earns its moments.
Yeah.
Like it really does.
Yeah.
Something like when something happens and you're shocked, but you're like, yeah, okay, I should have saw that
I
coming.
buy it.
Yeah.
There's one thing that I think out of all of Breaking Bad that I was able to call, and it was just because of like it was an occurrence of a character that I'm like, well, that one seems the strangest thing for that person to do compared to what he does normally every day of his life.
Okay.
And I feel like I was able to kind of put it together of like somehow that's gonna be bad or somehow that's gonna be good.
yeah.
or,
You also called the slip.
Yeah.
I know what
I
you're
mean, that
talking
was
about.
that
That's-
was almost like an immediate like knee-jerk gun on the table kind of thing.
The which one? I don't know which one you mean. But
Ted.
With Ted.
Oh yeah,
The
well,
trip.
That was like in that episode. I mean,
That's
like,
the one that
I mean the
if-
other one over the course of like a
Okay.
couple
If
If
seasons.
you're
Yeah,
paying
yeah.
attention, you're waiting for something.
I'm
to
like,
happen.
that's gonna happen. Look what
Yeah.
just happened here.
No one films that and puts that in there. And
Yeah.
then
No,
nothing comes back.
Well, that's
That's
it. I'm like,
highly
I'm like,
intentional.
what reason do you film X? Except to set up that hey, this is a thing.
Yeah.
You know, like there's no reason for that to be a thing.
Unless it's like a funny comedy movie or something, and then
Yeah.
it's, whoa,
Yeah.
you know.
All right.
Is that all the questions?
There's some questions along with these bits and donations.
Alrighty.
Okay.
My mom says I'm special. Resubscribe for 27 months.
Holy
Thank you
shit,
so much.
you are special. To
Guys, thank you for the
us.
subs. Don't forget,
Thank
there are
you.
new emotes you get to use
Yeah.
in case you're just now
Remember.
tuning in.
G. Paul tipped $5. Hey guys, let's try this shit again. Here's the video I want to send last week. If it doesn't work again, just search Iron Man Sacrifice on YouTube.
Oh, I already watched it. It was really good. I liked it.
It's the first one. It has 1.7
Yeah.
million views. Trust me, it's amazing.
We're trying to watch less on the podcast.
With it being a
and
podcast,
Because it's an
showing-
audio format.
well, yeah, we have the YouTube version that goes up too, but we put it also on Stitcher and iTunes or something, Spotify. I don't know. We put it on some different things, and they're only
Yeah.
audio. So
Yeah.
for those people when they're trying to watch us and listen to us on there because they can't watch us, it hinders whenever we're just like, oh wow, look at that, and they're like,
Sure.
look at what?
And I appreciate people sending stuff like that because it was a really cool video. But yeah, you have a better chance of getting like your topic on if it's like an article or
Something to discuss.
something that can be read and discussed and not interrupted and paused. Yeah.
Top Screen cheered 100 bits.
Thank you,
That's
Top
great.
Screen.
Polka, polka, polka.
Polka, polka, polka.
You know,
No,
polka.
Polka.
The Full Bullpen subscribed for the first time.
Oh, thank you for the
Yeah,
first
Thank
sub.
you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
September.
Night Owl Lenny with 500 bits, sending love your way. Carmen, hope you get completely better as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Should I put a bunch of
Thank
hearts?
you. I appreciate it.
She did.
That's a spade.
That yeah.
Townsend, 15 bits, take my biddies.
Thank you.
Grabbing your biddies.
Gorgon Fish for 7 months. Are there any conspiracy theories that you think or wish were true? You talked about this before. I think we talked about it on a
JFK.
podcast.
I don't
Yeah.
believe in necessarily that you think are true.
What?
That
Things
you
you think
wish
are
were
true?
true or
I wish
believe
were
are
true.
You
true.
think he was an inside
I
job?
think JFK wasn't just. I think there was more to JFK than what was
There's no way
reported.
Oswald killed him.
Definitely agree that there's more to it.
Yeah. Like,
That guy can't shoot for shit.
I'm just saying. I think there's something else there. I don't know if it's guys
Sure.
on grassy knolls. You know, I don't know if it. I don't know what it is. But I think there was
Yeah.
more to that than what we were told. You know.
Yeah. I do believe that a couple photos of promotional material of the moon landing were doctored, but we definitely went to the moon. And then I like the conspiracies that we know are real, like Operation Northwood, where Kennedy was. They brought this before him, signed by the Joint Chiefs of Staff. They were going to blow up a commercial airliner over Cuba to start a war with Cuba, a false flag attack.
Yeah.
And then Kennedy's like, "No, don't do this," and they shot him.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
I think Kennedy was too good of a president and something
Yeah.
like he wanted to do all this other stuff than what other people wanted,
Yeah.
and they got
Yeah.
rid of him
So
for
the
it.
Lalilelo took him out?
yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Roswell, there's aliens somewhere on the
Yeah.
planet. right? I think that's probably true.
On
Yeah.
Earth?
I mean, I don't.
You really think so?
I don't have a strong feeling
I don't
of it,
think so. What?
but I
Think
think
aliens landed at Roswell.
No.
Okay.
I think there's some
No.
aliens. I think there's some aliens on the planet
Yeah.
that
Think so?
that no one's. I just said so.
That's his greatest fear. That's why he's.
No, yeah, I think there's
No, I
aliens
just think,
on
like,
Earth
fucking-
somewhere. I think
I
there's
mean,
aliens.
I think it's. I'm as close to certain that aliens exist as I can be, just not that they've visited.
Yeah. The weirdest thing though is like there's so much proof before everyone had cell phones.
I know.
You know?
That's
Yeah.
true of a lot of
That's the
miraculous
thing.
things.
And then a lot of proof started not showing up anymore. So
well,
it's
have you
like,
seen the 2 videos that the U.S. Navy actually released?
like
there was some.
dissecting an alien or whatever?
No,
No.
like there was.
UFOs.
Yeah,
It
UFOs.
was,
They don't really want to call them UFOs,
They're unidentified flying objects.
I mean, they were unidentified
were
flying
UFOs.
objects.
but they
but
Not alien UFOs.
not necessarily from
no,
outer
they're
space.
just saying
Not
there was,
necessarily,
there was
but
something there.
I
they
think-
moved it like
Yeah.
impossible speed.
Well, the Air Force said like these should not have been posted, right? Isn't that what you were referring to?
Well,
it's very recent
they-
because the guy from from like Blink 182 like shared it on his social media, and then it blew up, and then people and the Air Force was like, hey, these should not have been released.
Yeah, they were leaked, and then the Navy actually confirmed
Navy.
them to be real.
But I think the reason the Navy said like, hey, these shouldn't be released or whatever is because they had like the way that they were tracking stuff was proprietary.
Yeah.
They didn't want that to get out, regardless of the UFO.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
What about the other? What about some other stuff?
I mean, I think it'd be cool if Bigfoot and Loch Ness were real.
You
I mean,
love
that's
Bigfoot,
not
don't you?
necessarily a conspiracy necessarily,
Sure.
unless like they're keeping it from us.
Mm-hmm.
But that'd be fun.
That would be cool. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't bother me. I don't live in Pacific Northwest.
Or
I-
Scotland.
Yeah.
I want to continue to believe that the Montreal screw job was a shoot
Okay.
in wrestling.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
anyone's familiar with that.
Gotcha.
No, I'm not.
Um,
not at all.
I know what all those terms mean. I've never watched the match.
Something about a screwdriver. You said?
It's a long story.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
It'll take me 20 minutes.
I'm trying to think of any other conspiracy theory ideas that I can think of.
It's just always. I mean, I think they're really interesting to look at, but like, some people go super hard on those kind of things.
Yeah.
Like, you need to wake up, see the truth.
Well, what's
The
weird
truth is out there,
it's-
Eric.
What's weird is when like those people believe all of the conspiracy theories.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But I mean, there's probably definitely ones that I think are absolutely stupid. They're probably true. And
Yeah.
there's probably things that are, false.
Yep.
Did they raid Area 51? Didn't that happen like last week?
Nothing happened.
No.
No.
I thought I saw someone on Twitter like, "Damn, people really going."
Some lady like went past the stop sign, and then like a half mile later, Jeep came and got her and took it back. That's all I have.
Yeah.
Oh.
There was
Then there was the music festival.
there was like I don't know how many thousands of people that
Yeah.
actually signed up for the thing, but only like 3 people showed up. It was mostly just like camping, and one guy peed on
the fence.
the fence and got arrested, and that's about it.
The thing about that is, if there were aliens and we were keeping them somewhere, you know where they wouldn't be?
The
Area
place that we
51.
say they
Yeah.
are.
They would be fucking somewhere else in Antarctica or something.
They're on our moon base.
Yeah. They're on Warner von Braun's space station.
Maybe.
They're not going to keep an Area 51 where people like, hey, it's probably in there. No, I think that's supposed to be, isn't it like experimental flight simulator and,
I mean-
and
I
stuff
mean, there's
That's what they
there's so
say.
many projects
I
that
don't
go
know.
there.
I don't know what's in there because no one goes in.
Dude,
You
it
never
would have
tell.
leaked by now.
Aliens?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it
I don't
has
know.
because people say that they have done that, but they also get a lot of money.
Yeah, my,
Yeah.
my first gear is always skepticism.
Yeah. Well, what's the
On
null?
anything.
Yeah, you got to find the null hypothesis of something, and then prove it wrong.
Yeah.
So what's the default? The default is that there are no aliens in that place. So the time to believe that there are aliens in that place is when you have evidence that there's aliens in that place. You know,
Well, I don't have any evidence of anything in that place.
and then you shouldn't believe in
So I
it.
should believe there's nothing in that place?
No,
I mean,
Just
there
saying, I'm just
there
saying.
there is
No.
actually evidence that
because
they
what you
use it
just said
for,
is a positive
for
claim.
flight testing.
He's arguing what's the default.
Yeah, well, the null hypothesis is that there are like you
What's more
don't
like-
believe
yeah.
that there's aliens in there.
Why
Not
is
that
that?
you believe there's no aliens in there, because it's a different statement.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What if,
No.
what if you definitely
I lost
believe there
you.
are?
It's like
say, Woody?
it's the black swan fallacy, right? So before someone found a black swan, people were like,
they don't exist.
"Why they don't exist?" Because I've never seen a black swan, and then there was one. So the person that said there was no black swan was wrong, right? They just didn't have evidence to believe in it yet. So you say, "I don't believe that I don't believe all swans are white." You know, like you have to kind of change the burden of proof in that regard. See the same thing with the aliens, same thing with ghosts. Like with the ghost, like I'm not saying there are no ghosts, just that there's no reason to believe one. And when a reason comes, then you can throw your belief in there. Real easy. No hypothesis.
I think if there were aliens and there were ghosts, it would literally not change the way I acted or did anything.
Yeah, I don't know what I
Like
don't know.
nothing about my life would change.
I've never had any issues
You don't
with
think
ghosts
if
or
they were
anything.
confirmed the afterlife that would change things?
No, because I believe in afterlife. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Yeah,
like,
I
what
mean,
I would care.
Like I guess I'd care, but it's not a part of my personality. Like my beliefs and my disbeliefs is not who I am.
A lot of it
you
would
know?
depend on what you believe currently, and then you
Yeah.
have ghosts, and you're like, well, why are there ghosts? And then, are some people like, oh man, there is something after we die, or, oh man, those people are stuck here and can't go to heaven, or, oh man,
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, it depends on what you thought was gonna happen.
Now, if you found out that was a conspiracy by Sakurai to keep Link down in low tier and Smash, then that would rock your world.
Yeah, but I'd still play Link, and I still would go about it the same way. Like that wouldn't change anything about
Still
how
die and go to hell.
Yeah,
Because those damn bombs.
All right,
Yeah.
Bex, resubscribe for 2 months.
Thank you, Bex.
Film Sire, hey Blind Wave, with 100 bits.
Yep.
Hey Blind Wave crew, hope your
Hello.
Thursday's going good.
Great.
Now Eric slap Aaron for liking Bulbasaur over Charmander. That's not official, but he does state that.
Well,
Wait, what's not
So?
official?
Well,
it's not an official slap.
Yeah, he gave 100 bits, but
Oh.
Trying to
Okay.
pay 100 bits to get a slap.
No, I wouldn't do that.
That's not how much slaps cost. But
That's
thank
just-
you for the 100 bits.
Bad reason to slap you at somebody.
Here's $1. Slap that man.
Yeah.
Now that would work.
DT3.
That's what he did.
Yeah. DT3, 50 bits. Hey guys, watch that new Jedi Fallen Order trailer.
we will.
Yep, we will.
Hilding 97, 400 bits. Weekly loving
Thank you.
and extra because I missed last week. Whoops.
Oh, thank you.
Bojangles has resubscribed for 16 months.
Thank you, Bojangles.
Thank you, Bo.
Ruby Mark has subscribed for the first time.
Hey,
Thank
Ruby,
you, Ruby.
congrats for taking advantage of September.
Thank you.
Is that still going on?
It's September.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bojangles, 400 bits.
Thank you, Bojangles.
Thank you, Bojangles.
ZD subscribed for 13 months.
Thank you.
Thank you, ZD.
Thank you.
I just kind of caught up with what happened.
Yeah, I took me a bit too.
Thakman has resubscribed for 14 months.
14. Good
yeah.
job.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it, brother.
Blar!
Holla, what up besides the sky?
Hello, thank you.
Yep.
Unhand Me Priest
The
has
ceiling.
resubscribed for 11 months.
Thank you, Unhand Me Priest.
Thank
You've
you.
almost got a year.
Juan 07 Lakers with 45 bits. I've really enjoyed watching the guys go through Breaking Bad. He mentioned the Game of Thrones thing. His top 3 shows are Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, and Lost.
You need to watch
good?
Black Sails.
Black Sails is good,
Berserk.
but he has pretty good ones.
He
Yeah,
does.
Those are all pretty good.
Phenom Taker, 27 months.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Vietnam.
thank you, Phenom.
Tattoo Mo has resubscribed for at tier 2 for 3 months. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Underhand Comic has resubscribed for 9 months.
Ooh, Blind Web Baby. Thank you, Underhand
Thank
Comic.
you, Underhand.
Thank you, thank you,
Comic.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Night Owl Lenny with 100 bits.
Stop, my baby.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
The 31st is a Thursday, so are you all going to dress up for that podcast, please,
For Halloween?
for Halloween?
Yeah, why not?
You guys gonna dress up for Halloween?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't have
I'll do what
anything.
Jim does in the office.
I usually dress up for Halloween and no one else does.
Oh, because
I dress up
you
for
being the odd
Halloween.
man out. No.
That's his costume.
We dressed up for Halloween that one time.
Yeah.
I was Link, Shane was a girl, and you were the nostalgia critic.
Yeah. No,
So
yeah.
don't put that on me, and I've never done it.
You put on a mailbag costume, and then Shane put on an apron that had
You put
titties.
on regular clothes.
But I did that in preparation to be that. You were just like, what do I got? This. Put this
My
on.
costume was so much more of a costume.
Wow, mine
You were
was
like a guy that you're not.
I made my costume.
I was a fictional
That is a
character.
costume.
I was a fictional Hylian.
You were a guy that you weren't.
Exactly.
What?
Yeah, that's Halloween, man.
You're a guy that you were not.
Tattoo Mo cheered 1,000 bits. First time cheering. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, Mo.
Cheers, Mo.
Flash 1986
Mo.
version 2 has subscribed.
Thank
and
you very
cheered
much.
and cheered 1,000 bits.
Thank you
Ooh,
again.
Flash.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alex P with
Right.
600 bits. Heading off to work, guys. Have a great podcast.
Hey, thank
Thank
you,
you,
Alex.
Jasmine Booth with 19 months.
Well, thank you, Jasmine.
Jazz.
Tattoo Mo 500 bits. Have some space bits.
Hey, more Tattoo Mo.
Hey.
Thank you.
Space.
Florida Man with 100 bits.
Wait,
Thank
wait,
you.
Yeah.
what did he do today?
He gave us money.
Ah, Florida
Thank you
man.
very much, Florida man. Hopefully that wasn't some alligators.
What?
Haikikio Corgi, subscribed for 3 months. 3 months, more to come. Also, you can just call me Corgi since people get my username wrong.
Corgi.
Thank you.
Wait, is that the last like phrase of their name?
Yes,
So
it
you have to
is.
read it all and then say Corgi.
Geek on Game has resubscribed for 7 months. 7 months, baby. It's that indie geek guy, by the way. But I've
Ooh.
changed my Twitch name to match my other socials.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Thank you.
Consolidate.
Thank you.
Yes.
So it's still me trying to be funny, but landing like a sarcastic shit. Ha ha ha. Keep up the great work.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Splatoony Looney with 200 bits.
Thank you.
We're loony.
Tan Man with 100 bits.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tan Man.
Tattoo Mo 1,000 bits. Last bits for now. Have a great day, guys.
Mo.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Mo.
Mo.
Not that
Mo.
Michael has subscribed for 26 months.
Not that, Michael.
Michael.
Thank
you,
Michael. Thank you.
Michael.
Geek on Game with 100 bits. Enjoy these bits.
Thank you.
Thank
The
you.
bits.
Bits.
That name came from that one video, right?
What?
Like, what was his name before? Whenever we had that first like,
Mike-
thank you Blind Wave
It was
video,
Michael Y, wasn't
and there
it?
was Michael showed up, and then like he was in, he's like Michael, not that Michael, right?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I mean that was finishing, like, you know, because it was Michael, and then the first Michael wasn't on Discord, so he had to keep putting himself not that Michael because people kept thinking it was
I feel
him.
like that came because of that.
Well,
Right?
It came because of the Discord thing.
Did he
That
even-
thing was just like the finishing of the joke.
Yeah, but did he have a? He didn't have a.
He called himself not that Michael before that video.
He called himself not that Michael in the like before Blind Wave.
No, before that video.
I'm saying his name originated within Blind Wave is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like as a lot of people come in and they
Yeah.
already have their name and stuff.
Yeah,
but
he
like
is
His
his
what-
screen name and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
because I don't remember any other name before that.
Sure.
Geek on Game's message with that was, I know not all of you are into the idea of going to classic Doctor Who, but I imagine Aaron and Calvin are the most open to it. Are there any stories, doctors, or other characters you are most interested in seeing from that era?
Tom Baker.
Um,
Had a hard time holding it in.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I'd probably enjoy watching and seeing a little bit of all of them, just to kind of get a feel of each doctor, because each doctor is different. And I'd like to know like which one's my favorite or which ones I enjoy,
Yeah.
because
So
they
you want
all
a sampler.
they all seem very unique. So I don't want to stick in like, all right, well we're gonna do classic. We're only gonna watch Tom Baker.
No. Tom Baker only. No, he's got some really great arcs in his.
Joseph has resubscribed for 4 months. Hey, I'm a musician and I'm making a song for y'all.
Okay.
Can all 5 of y'all shout Blind Wave in sync for an ending clip? Anywho, thanks, Blind Wave Pod Hype.
So we just all go Blind Wave like that.
Do I say it like
Is
that?
that
or
the
do you
same
wanna-
time though?
I don't know how do we
Yeah.
how do you
Yeah,
say it?
in sync.
In sync, yeah.
Yeah.
So Blind Wave in sync.
bye. Blind Wave.
1, 2, 3, blind wave like that.
Do you just want to say it, or how do we do it?
Blind Wave.
1,
like that.
2, 3, blind wave. I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that what we're doing? Is that?
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
Blind Wave!
I feel like it's gonna be too loud.
Maybe do it
Yeah.
a little softer.
All right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3,
Blind Wave.
Sorry.
What the hell? That's not
Why
in
you gotta
sync.
be that guy?
Black Hippie cheered 100 bits. Tom Welling and Erica Durance are back. I don't know what that means. Arglet something Snake has resubscribed for 2 months.
Thank you, Snake.
Thank you, Snake.
And finally, Splatoony Looney with 120 bits.
Splatoony Looney.
Thank you.
Splatoony Looney has the best name.
There's a lot of redemptions.
It's fun. Splatoony Looney.
So are we going to do the Star Wars Jedi thing directly after this?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're not doing Gears 5 directly after this.
10 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Do that. We do it first thing tomorrow morning.
Or we could do that.
Either one's fine. That
If
way you
you've-
guys can go straight into Gears if you want.
If you guys want to do that, but yeah.
I don't know. Whichever.
I'm doing it right here. I'm all for it.
We better do it down there. Like at least twice as better.
Yeah, maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
We'll then definitely do tomorrow then.
Okay. So Townsend, Aaron slap Shane from Lenny, but she ain't got the bucks like I do.
Huh?
Aaron slap
You
Shane
realize what she said, right?
from Lenny,
Okay.
but she
Why don't
ain't
you
got
take
the
glasses
bucks like I do.
I was doing it already. Now I can't see very well, so when I slap, I might miss him.
Ah.
From Boogle, Eric slap Aaron for putting Fate/Stay Night on the poll instead of
didn't
Fate/Stay
do
Night.
it!
Unlimited Blade Works as it should have been.
Yeah. That wasn't his fault.
That's what makes it funny, Eric. Slap him.
It's a redeemed slap, no matter why. It's a slap.
I will redeem the slap because you spent your blind with bucks.
You couldn't have given this to our resident anime expert, huh? You chose me, who's watched like 4 animes.
However, the punishment fits the crime, so it's not going to be a very hard slap.
I didn't do it. Oh, it's so weird.
I had to whip it my fingers.
Townsend, Shane slap Aaron from Lenny.
Why?
Symmetry.
12 Cat, Aaron can slap anyone of his choice. Maybe he could get revenge and slap the one who got the poll wrong instead of him for getting punished.
All right, well, Aaron, what are you going to pick?
Rick! He caused this!
I like killing the messenger to send a message.
I should slap Eric in response to Rick's failure?
Yeah, like I love doing that. I feel like it hurts.
Can they see me?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a snappy one.
Yeah,
That was a snappy one.
it's always weird when you
backwards.
watch the screen and you hear it before it happens.
Yeah, it is weird,
Well,
but I prefer it.
so Townsend has not watched Mailbag because he says Eric slapped Rick because I can't ever recall you having slapped Rick.
You know what?
Oh my god.
Just go watch that one and give him back his points because I can't do it again. I have to hold off.
Maybe that's the joke. Maybe he has seen it.
You know what? He gets the slap, but Rick gets to slap me.
What?
Because
That's
you
not
ever
what he
seen
paid
that?
for.
That's what he wants. He wants something that's never happened before, right? This hasn't happened. I'll make you slap me.
Wait. You're going to slap him
So
first?
Rick is going to slap
No,
me.
you slap him first so that you can set the tone.
Oh no, the tone!
What?
That's
All right, the tone has been set. Please, God, don't remember how hard I slapped you last time.
Well, the thing is though, when I slap you, it's also like giving it ice.
Yeah.
So it slows the swelling.
He like had his hand straight like a palm.
yeah, he was gonna,
All right. He should feel good about that. He saw something he hasn't seen.
Kenny Dreads, Rick slapped the bald man.
Oh, we've seen that. But let's do it.
Where's the bald man?
Your hair looks good today.
What? I'm not bald!
So, man, there's a lot of slaps.
Yeah.
And then the rest are exercises.
Okay.
Ian finally was able to get something.
Yeah?
huzzah!
Finally.
What do you get?
Sit-ups for Aaron and push-ups for Aaron. He can't redeem slaps, but he can do anything else.
He probably doesn't have enough money.
No, I checked. He does.
He's talking shit about you, man.
think I have a...
Which,
Should be
camera is
number
it?
2. Number 2.
I got it. I had it. I think you're
Crossing the streams.
Aaron, wear shoes one day. Jesus.
Shane,
His side hurts.
You have push-ups as well.
Okay.
Should do push-ups in the same time as his
From
sit-ups.
Monty Pie, Shane for having the least entertaining shirt to look at.
Okay.
Yeah. Not very entertaining shirt. Ralph Lauren, though. Did you guys know that?
You can barely tell.
Yeah.
I gotta do push-ups.
Push-ups. Shane needs to do push-ups too.
I just fucking bitch so much.
Just you on that side, and you do it. You do it right here, Shane. Right there. Right there.
All right, guys. So don't go away. Shane and I are going to be starting Gears of War 4 in just a few moments.
Woo!
And then don't forget, tomorrow we're going to be playing the new Jedi game.
Jedi Outcasts.
For
Jedi Knight 2. Woo!
Yeah, we'll be playing that for our group stream.
It's going to be great, everybody.
And then
great.
Saturday you can see Eric doing Legend of Zelda.
Link's Awakening.
And then if you want to, you can see me on Marietta Colleges doing the commentating.
Yep.
I'm out of breath.
And then Tuesday, we'll start Scream Stream.
Yes.
Officially.
Scream Stream is almost here, guys, so hope you're ready for that.
All right. Well, stay tuned.
You remember
Gears
Gears of War.
coming soon.
Remember the time
Bye.
we made something